again? Say what again? I dare you. I double dare you, motherfucker.
Minister Jap. This is Church Radio Live, niggas. Home of the real fucking talk.
Church, check in. It's your boy Minister Jap. Listen, I know y'all been looking for me, but at the bottom of this video, in the description section, you'll see where it says follow me. You can follow me on all social media platforms. You know, make sure you click the links in the description so you can get in touch with me and get in tune with everything I post at all times. You never know, the haters might try to take us down. Also, make sure you're following my backup channel, Minister Jap Church Media. Follow the channel now. We are not going nowhere. We're here to stay. Make sure y'all paying attention. Church on the move. Peace.
Minister Jap, I'm talking to you, nigga. Yeah, I got a kid. I got 2 daughters and a son. Yeah, man.
Black women are bad mothers.
And that's why you having a baby by the motherfuckers you had a baby with is your fault. That's why you being a single mother is your fucking fault. That's why being a baby daddy ass nigga is your fault.
Live from the church.
Church, check in.
It's Minister Jap.
Black women, they're some of the most worst bitches on with money, but yet they're still taking trips and they look fly doing. They are the flyest, broken bitches you're gonna ever deal with.
On Minister Jap TV.
Church, check in, man. Church, check in. Yeah, you already know. Church, check in. Yeah, man. Listen, if you want to see the rest of this exclusive content, you gotta go over to my Rumble page. The link is in the description. Go over to Rumble right now. Uncut, raw, unfiltered, straight cooking. You already know. Migrating over to Rumble, so y'all better follow, subscribe now. Also, make sure you follow me on Twitter. Get right or get left. We out. Church, what up? Wake up! Wake that ass up! We here to cook. We got Miriam in the building. Shout out to Django in the building. RPM in the building. E. Rich in the building. JR Meadows in the building. Shabazz in the building. Salam to my brother. Baker Man in the building. Mr. Chambers in the building. Let's cook. Happy Latina! In that building! Y'all better stop messing with Happy Latina before I kick y'all ass. Hazy in the building. Unsatisfied guy in the building. Mr. Walking Billboard. KD in the building. I see you. Jamboree in the building. My man Ed Myers in the building. Let's cook! What's happening? Wake up and smell the folks, nigga. We cooking all day. We got Kelgo in the building. Becky in the building. You know? I'm here to get y'all through y'all day, man. I know y'all gotta go to work. Shout out to everybody, man. My blue collar niggas, my first responders, my military niggas, my truck drivers. Can't forget the truck driver. My HVAC, my contractors. You know. My plumbers, my electricians. You know what I'm saying? All you niggas on the train right now, commuting to the downtown areas where you're from. You know? All my free-thinking, straight black people. We all we got. We here to turn up, man. We here to turn up, man. Don't make stay down to the molecule. I'm gonna save something special for Hakeem Jeffrey. I can't stand him or Cory Booker. Church, check in. Shout out to Deshaun, man, with the deuce. Pest control in this bitch. Y'all turn the chat room up on the Thursday. Thursday. Oh, man. Hit that like button, hit that share button. Let's cook. Before I get the spooing, they don't want me to get the spooing. You know what I'm saying? They don't want me to get the spooing. If you don't support this church, you're gay.
Anyone amongst us a desire for a homosexual experience to rise? Yes. It's so beautiful to see people for who they truly are. Then we need to tell them to get the fuck out. That's right, people. When you're talking to demons, you got to use their language. Get the fuck out.
You smart motherfucker.
Get your ass out of here. You don't support this church. You gotta go. Give y'all some time. Hit that like button, hit that share button, share on Facebook. We here to cook. Go get me a water. Get me a water so we can get this thing crack-a-lacking. Tired of y'all acting moist in my chat room. Real talk. Don't come in here with that moistness.
Special delivery.
It's the 126.
Cut that shit up, man. So.
Where's my bitch? Off in the foot the hoe. Nut up in the throw. Where's my bitch? Off in the foot the hoe. Nut up in the throw. I got rich. Off in the foot the hoe. Nut up in the throw. Where's my bitch? Off in the foot the hoe. Nut up in the throw.
Popping it, drop the top on the coupe, can't stop it. We take it, hoop, get sloppy. I send a shooter, go find me. Chopping it, I'm on the smoking inside of shit. Wanna know where your bitch, she been sloppy shit. Pulling up, drink this inside of shit. Taking off just like a pilot bitch. Where did your bitch go? She went to be a hoe. Back up the cake cut, I gotta get the dough. Take all the shit, this a broad day kid though. Feeling drunk back to back, take all the info. Which way, wet way, where did your bitch go? Stick out the hot stuff, dig on the tiptoes. Your RTM is sliding in Lambo. Cut on my big shit, turn to a big hoe.
Where's my bitch? Off in the foot the hoe. Nut up in the throw. Where's my bitch? Off in the foot the hoe. Nut up in the throw. I got rich. Off in the foot the hoe. Nut up in the throw. Where's my bitch? Off in the foot the hoe. Nut up in the throw. Get on rich. Get on rich. Where's my bitch? Where's my bitch? I'm fucking the bitch. Where's my bitch? Where's my bitch? Where's my bitch? Where's my bitch?
All right. Early morning. Early morning, man. Shout out to the first ladies of the church and the deacons and everybody in the fellowship, man. Much love. Much love. We here, man. We streaming right now. We live on Rumble and we live on YouTube, man. You know what I'm saying? Shadow Band, Shouty, you know what I'm saying? I'm keeping this shit consistent for y'all. I work for y'all. Please send in y'all topics so we can chop it and pop it. Definitely got to talk about this today. Trump signs off to open the government back up. Now you hoes get y'all SNAP benefits. EBT ass nigga! Grocery stores about to be packed. About to be packed to capacity. About to be packed like a sardine can. You think you having a hard time getting in the grocery line now? Now that these hoes got they SNAP, nigga, they coming through 2-3 carts deep. You know. Man, I love talking about politics, but I can't talk about politics with family, man. And I realize I'm getting a lot more mature. I was talking to my father yesterday. Me and my father, we don't argue about anything except politics. And I realized that I'm getting very much more mature. I held my tongue and listened to him just fire off everything but facts. These Democrats, man. We got them all in our family. They come from that generation, you know what I'm saying, where it's just it's vote blue no matter who. It's the Democrat tradition, you know what I'm saying? And they always find some way to blame Trump. I sat here and listened to him. He said, yeah, Trump is freeing all the rapists, all his rapist friends. And I'm like, oh my God, what are you talking about? And he's a convicted rapist. Convicted rapist. What convicted rapist gets a fine? Convicted rapists go to jail. I could have went back and forth like, all right, Pops, I'll talk to you later, man. About to go get me some coffee. That's all I said, man. And I was very proud of myself. Because usually, those conversations tend to turn into about 2-3 hours of going back and forth, text messaging, sending each other videos. And, I'm like, my aunties, I just don't got the energy for it no more. If you want to, they hear what they want to hear, as long as it's fitting. These people just hate Trump no matter what. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just looking, I'm like, dude, imagine if we had Kamala. How terrible this would be. Like, they don't think that it's bad. My pops don't live in the inner city. So they don't think it's bad as it is because they don't see the chaos. You know what I'm saying? In real time. They watch, CNN and MSNBC. Then they get fed the bullshit. They refuse to watch Fox. They refuse to get on the internet. They refuse to get a Twitter. They refuse to get a Facebook, and they don't dig for the information. I'm an information junkie. I start once I get hip to something, I'm gonna start digging through the rabbit hole. Once I started really figuring out what the Jews were doing, there's not a day that goes by that I don't see what they're up to. With the Democrats, the Democrats that vote Democrat, not the actual Democrats in office, but the Democrats that vote Democrat, they don't blame, they blaming this government shutdown on Trump. Trump doesn't make laws. He signs off on them. This was a Senate and a House of Representative Congress thing. They were fighting. And once they're done fighting, bring him the paper so he can sign it. Once y'all come up with a goddamn deal. They're like, oh, he flying to Japan. He going everywhere. He building a ballroom. And like, dude, the ballroom is not coming off of any tax dollars. They don't know this. They really don't know this. The ballroom is not being made off of tax dollars. That is all donors. And pretty much every president always builds something in the White House. This is not unheard of. You're like, they shutting down. He only cares about the rich and this and this. I'm like, in my head, I'm like, if you don't have these billionaire companies, these billion-dollar people running these companies, then you don't have jobs. Billionaires give out the jobs, not the middle class. So if you cripple these companies, it's a trickle-down effect. You thus cripple the working class. Hit that like, hit that share, hit that super chat. Then you're bringing, they still don't blame Biden for any of this. Trump is on clean-up duty. He is cleaning up Biden's mess. He's cleaning up Biden's mess, man. You know, I listen to these people, oh, he's a felon. They can't even name you one felony count. You know it's a sham, even when the banks testify that he did nothing wrong and he paid it back in full, and they don't feel like he did nothing wrong. If the people who are supposed to be the victims say that the institution that says that they're supposed to be the alleged victims say they're not victims, then you know it's a sham. Oh, 30-something felonies. Dude, shut up. The man is a rapist. The man's a rapist. He got found guilty of rape. No, he didn't. You know what I'm saying? No, he didn't, man. Like these old people don't understand that we have a certain thing called LAB, lying ass bitches. You ever heard of that? And this man had 2 assassination attempts, lying ass bitches stealing his money. You know what I'm saying? Trying to steal his property. Look at Letitia Jackson. They don't even talk about Letitia Jackson. Letitia Jackson, what's her name? Letitia Jackson? Letitia James, I'm sorry. Letitia James. Letitia James is going to court right now for mortgage fraud, legitimate mortgage fraud. When she claimed that a home in Virginia was her homestead to get a lower mortgage rate and a lower down payment. And she don't live there. She has to live in New York to hold office in New York. Open and shut case. Open and shut case. And that's the woman that was purposely set out, ran on the fact that she's going to get Trump. That's what she ran on. You know, and I'll be honest with you, if Kamala would have won, they would not have stopped with Trump till they got Trump in prison for some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? For some bullshit. But Letitia James, man, you know, she's a real criminal. Isn't that crazy? You know, but I've realized I've gotten way more mature. I know who I can talk to about these things who have a free thinking mind. Because the older generation just, you know, they mean well. They might mean well, but it just doesn't result into anything that we can use right now for the next generation. Because they never lived for the next generation. They pretty much voted with their feelings, and we have to suffer from a lot of the choices that they made. You know, we have to put up with a lot of this BS, this woke nonsense and all that. It's all backed by, you know, the fried chicken Christians, the traditional Democrats, and they breed. I was bred to be a Democrat. The first time I voted, I didn't know what I was doing. I'm listening to my parents. They say, just check off everything blue. You a Democrat. I'm like, all right. But once I became a grown man, started paying taxes, started paying attention, I realized that these people, you know, mean us no good. And none of this stuff I stand for. I don't stand for LGBTQ rights and trans rights and abortion and gender affirming health care for children and, you know, just a bunch of nonsense. Illegal immigrants and open borders and, you know, soft on crime and defunding the police, you know, calling the George Floyd riots peaceful, calling Black Lives Matter riots peaceful. Yeah, men in women's washrooms. I don't represent any of that. I don't represent any of that. You know, that's just like the character of the Democrats. Like, what are we doing? And it just baffles me that they are just so delusional that they don't see what's obviously there. So sometimes I go down memory lane and I go back to the elections when it was it's a great time to really, really learn the idiocracy of the Democratic Party. You know, and I go back and I watch these women, these liberal women, you know, run their mouths, you know, and talk down on real policies that mean something. You know, shout out to Eric, man, coming through, man. He said a couple of Pepsis on him, man. Y'all hit that super chat, man. Show some love to y'all minister in y'all church. We cooking all day. Don't get it twisted. But yeah, man, they were so confident that they gonna get Trump. And y'all remember these hoes? Remember this type of shit? This is the type of shit I still be laughing at to this day.
I mean, not to be, you know, cocky, but I'm.
Look at these. See, you can never trust the short-haired white woman.
We're gonna win. We're gonna win. I mean, not to be, you know, cocky, but I'm optimistic.
I've always been a supporter of, you know, she's a woman.
She's a woman.
And she's black. And she'll be the first.
And she's black.
President candidate that I think she will win. And like I said, I'm all about equal access and equal.
This is why certain people shouldn't be voting, man. I haven't heard a legitimate argument from Democrats.
Women health choice.
I've never heard a legitimate argument from the Democrats. You never will get one. It'll be all emotionalism. All emotionalism. Oh, Trump's a racist. Okay. You know, he had an assistant, black woman. What'd she do? Stab him in the back, say he tried to sexually harass her. Omarosa. Put her on. We wouldn't even know who Omarosa was if it wasn't for Trump. Man, stay getting backstabbed, man. Stay getting backstabbed. Stay getting backstabbed. You know? Now, I like Trump for what I like him for. Policies on immigration and shit like that. The only thing that I don't agree with is Israel. I don't agree with anything pertaining to Israel. I think they need to handle their own business. I think we gave them enough money, and we need to stay out of their foolishness before we get ourselves in some BS and people end up dying. You know? That's the only thing I disagree with Trump with. Foreign policy with Israel. Anything else, I'm rocking with it. Rocking with it. You know? Rocking with it. But I just can't rock with any of this Israel shit, any of this Bibi Netanyahu shit, anything with the Jews. I'm just good. I'm good on all of that. You know what I'm saying? They can handle their own business because they start all of the wars. So they need to go on ahead and just, you know what I'm saying, defend themselves. You know, because they have offered us no help in any regard. I've never seen them come to our help, our aid. You know? But yes, man, you know, Kamala would have been a true disaster. I think every terrorist regime would have tried us because she would have left the border wide open. You know, that border was a big problem. I always wanted the wall, deport them all. And I like how he's handling it, man. You know, you people go out there, y'all want to protest, and you mess around and get pepper sprayed. So what? So be it. You had every opportunity to take your ass to work or stay your ass home. You want to be out in the streets fighting for illegals and then get yourself in legal trouble. I'm truly good. I'm not marching with these people. These people definitely have no love for my community. You know what I'm saying? Terrorize our community, a lot of these places released their prisoners and let them walk across our borders. You know, everybody that come over here ain't hard working and whatever like that. And even if they are, take your hard working ass back home. Come do things the right way. Come do things the right way. We have an invasion at that border, man. We got an invasion. This is what they don't understand. This is an invasion.
I would, in fact, make
all our problems stem from this guy, and they have to be corrected.
Sure that we immediately surge to the border. All those people are seeking asylum. They deserve to be heard. That's who we are. We're a nation that says if you want to flee and you're fleeing oppression, an unrelenting stream of immigration.
You want to flee, come over here. That's what he said. That was his message. That was Kamala's message. Then eventually they said, don't come. Don't come. Because they got way in over their heads.
Non-stop. Folks like me who were Caucasian of European descent, for the first time in 2017, will be in an absolute minority in the United States of America. Absolute minority. Fewer than 50% of the people in America from then and on will be white European stock. That's not a bad thing. That's a
Yeah. So they brought in all illegals, and now the illegals are crying. But see, at the end of the day, again, I don't feel sorry for illegals because illegals do all this crying, and at the same time, they'll be over here waving the flag of their homeland as if they love their home, and they'll be protesting America. That's cool. We know what you're going to do because all of the immigrants have this same pattern. Because we spoil them. We're too good to them. We are far too good to them. And they need to go. These illegals got to go. I was watching a video earlier this morning, and it was a protest in front of, I want to say the Capitol. It was in the Capitol, in front of the Capitol building. And it was a bunch of, I guess you want to say Americans, holding up Palestinian flags and shit, chanting and shit like that. And they were burning the American flag. No arrests made. If you burn the Israel flag, your life is over. You are the devil. But when you burn the American flag, it's freedom of speech. But when you burn the flag of Israel, then it's a hate crime. How does this make sense? They were climbing up the pole and lowering the American flag and putting up the Palestinian flag. How is that not punishable? But if you touch, even sneeze around the Israeli flag, you're cooked. Pervert. This makes no sense. This makes absolutely no sense. You know? That's the only thing I don't like about Trump is his stance on Israel, the ass kissery of Israel, of people who, you know, view everybody as goyim, and the people, oh yeah, if you burn the rainbow flag too, that's a hate crime. But you can burn the American flag. That's fine. You can chant death to America, but if you say anything about Israel, you're anti-Semite. You'll be debanked. You'll be forced to go see a rabbi, go to Auschwitz, and go to Israel, go kiss the wall and beg for forgiveness. Said Israel even attacked the USS Liberty in 1967, a U.S. naval ship. Nothing was done about it. The U.S. government even tried to cover it up. Yeah. and I believe that they were behind 9/11, man. You know what I'm saying? Because you gotta look at who benefits if we are on the attack in the Middle East. If we're attacking in the Middle East, we're basically handling all of Israel's problems. We make it safer for them. It's in their best benefit to start a war, so we can go over there and protect them, because they want to take over the Middle East. They want to take over the Middle East. Everywhere from Lebanon to Egypt, man, and everything surrounding. They want to take over. They have a mission. It's called a better Israel. You know, they don't want a Jewish state. They want a Jewish region. This is an agenda, man. This is an agenda, man. You know, I do want to see if Bibi got the heart to try to pull it and come to New York when Mount Domney is in there, man. I want to see if he think he can run around and not get arrested for the war crimes, because he's wanted by what is that group, man? He's got a warrant. He's wanted for war crimes, basically for the genocide in Gaza and starving them people out, because there's rules to war, you know, which I'm kind of, you know, both sides. I think war is just war, you know, but there's rules. There's rules of engagement. There's you can go far, but not so far. You know, can't kill civilians and shit like that. You know. God, what is that? What is that? What is that group he's worried about? That he's damn, that's looking for him. It's God, I can't remember. But he's wanted for war crimes. You know, he's wanted. And then I don't like Trump helping. I don't like Trump helping the Ukraine. You know, I think he should have cut Zelensky off when the Geneva Convention. He said the Geneva Convention. He broke the Geneva Convention. Okay. I don't like how Zelensky came to the White House and plain disrespect, you know, coming through in a Nike Tech vest, asking for billions. You know, I personally think that Russia is going to wipe them off the face of the earth. You know what I mean? But they need to just bow down, you know, knock it off. I don't think we won't smoke with Russia. Let them handle their business. You know, let them handle their business. We got bigger fish to fry that mean more than all of that. And who do we need to be focused on, church? Who do we need to be focused on? Who do we need to be focused on? See, I don't know if y'all been paying attention to the lectures. Nope. Feminism is one thing. He said China. Nope. The Jews, yeah, but nope. Mexico. We gotta focus on Mexico. All of this BS is disturbing us and distracting us from the real immediate enemy of America, Mexico. It will make my day when they say America is ready to go to war with Mexico. Hallelujah. Hallelujah. I'm gonna sound like Arsenio Hall off of Coming to America. There's a God somewhere. There's a God somewhere. This has been long overdue. Chance after chance after chance for Mexico to get it together. It's time to go ahead and take they shit over. I'm talking about full-fledged occupation. And we only letting in the big booty Latina! Shout out to Alex Stein, man. That nigga said, big booty Latinas can stay. The big booty Latinas can stay. Yeah, Alejandro must go. We gonna make room for the big booty Latinas. They will get citizenship. If I was, they will get the citizenship. I've always said Mexican women make the best wives. Them motherfuckers cook. They loyal as hell. You know, the only ones that I just don't like is the Midwest Mexican. The Midwest Mexican is shaped like a couch. You know, the Midwest Mexicans are shaped like couches, man. Shaped like lazy boys. They shaped like lazy boys. You know? But, you know, I've heard good things, though. I've heard the West Coast and Texas, y'all got some fine Mexican, them bitches got some shape on them. You know, I would be happy to see that. But I'm so traumatized by the bodies of the Mexican women in the Midwest, from Indiana to Wisconsin, Illinois, to Ohio. You know, it's very terrible up here. And I'm making a very good impression for the Mexican women. You know, they get cooked, but they probably need to get shipped back too. They say we gotta go west. I'm not putting any doubt out there. I will give them their props. They do make good companions. They know when to shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? They are fertile. If you shake the hand of a Mexican woman, she will get pregnant. If you sneeze around a Mexican woman, she will get pregnant. Sneeze on her pussy. Just sneeze on her pussy. Shout out to Overhated Dale. We got our first sponsorship of the day. What's happening? Where's the love for the church, man? Overhated Dale got love for the church. What's happening, man? Much love, man. I appreciate you for appreciating me with the $50 holler. See, our Mexicans out here in the Midwest, these chicks got sideburns that connect to the back of their neck. These are some real hairy. They always been hairy. When I went to high school, grammar school, I went to school with Mexicans. They were always some hairy girls. They had a lot of hair. It's a lot of hair. They had hairy arms. And I'm like, God damn, the girl hairy. She's cute. I remember it was a girl named Daisy. She was cute as hell, but had a mustache. My homeboy Hector, he married her. I think that's the only girl he ever hugged in his life. That motherfucker's with that girl since 8th goddamn grade. Married to her now. That's how Mexicans get out. They starting families early. Soon as they get off the stage and get their diploma, time to have a family. God damn. Yeah, but man, I'm not too impressed with the Midwest Mexicans. You know what I'm saying? But the big booty Latinas, y'all rush the border, man. Where the bitches from Brazil? Why don't y'all come rush the border? Got all these damn Africans and Indians and shit rushing the border. We don't need them niggas, man. We got enough Uber Eats drivers, man. No jumping in the African Uber, man. The African Uber car stinks, man. I'm like, what is this nigga driving barefoot? Like, man, what is this nigga driving barefoot? I had to put my COVID mask on. You know, man, they don't know nothing. They kill me. I remember when I was in Miami, man. I took an Uber from the airport to the hotel. This motherfucker just kept getting lost in the damn airport. We doing all types of stupid circles in the airport. I'm like, man, he didn't speak no English, speak all Spanish. I thought he was from out there. I'm like, dude, you don't know that fuck you're going? Man, I was like, man, let me out. I'll call somebody else, man. I got mad because we drove around for like 30 minutes and couldn't get out the airport. He over there looking at the GPS just making, and I can't tell him where to go because I don't know where I'm going. I'm going to downtown Brickell, trying to check into my room. This dude literally, man, don't know where the hell to go. The worst part is he couldn't find where to pick me up at. That's what took the longest. It was 15 minutes, and then we was circling the airport trying to get out. I'm like, why are you driving Uber? See, we don't need this, man. You're not even good at Uber. You're not even good at Uber, man. That's why we gotta get these illegals up out of here, man. Gotta get these illegals out of here, man. It was like he was some type of Spanish dude, man. I was just getting so frustrated. He couldn't speak no English. He wanted to Google Translate. I'm like, dude, I'm not doing all that. I'm not doing that. Just drop me off right here. I'll call someone else. Cussed out Uber, got a refund, and finally got up out of there, man. Black dude came and picked me up. Man, yeah, man, I done moved down here. He was cool, man. I think he was from Texas or something. Yeah, man, I moved down here, man. It's lovely. He was cool, man. We got right to the room. You know what I'm saying? I'm over here riding around with Esteban, and he don't know where the hell we going. I we vote for Donald Trump. You know what I'm saying? Oh my God, I we vote. I we vote. I we vote. But nah, man, shout out to the Latinas, man. They cook a good meal. Because they was raised to be wives. I'll be real about it. I've always said the Mexican women have always been good women. You know what I'm saying? But you just got to get past it. If your Mexican woman don't turn into a couch, you got lucky, bro. You got lucky. Because they got a gene that just turns them into a couch. When they turn 30, they just turn into a couch. A couch with a lot of hair on it. Y'all gotta send me some pictures of what that West Coast look like, man. They better be looking like Salinas. And I love Mexican food. I love Latin food. I grew up on it. You know what I'm saying? So, it's always good, man. I like their rice. I love their skirt steak, and I like tostadas. I like tostadas. Okay. I like tostadas. But it was only one bad Mexican chick I ever really seen growing up, man. She was bad as hell. Everybody wanted her. Chick named it was two. Chick named her name was one of them was named Erica, and the other one was named like Lala. Lala had a lot of brothers that was Latin Kings, and it was either Latin Kings, Latin Drag. She had a lot of gang member brothers, and nobody could holler at her. Nobody could holler at her. You know what I'm saying? The Erica chick, she only liked white dudes. You know what I'm saying? But they had bodies. But the rest of these motherfuckers, The rest of these motherfuckers look like motherfucking chimichangas. You know? And they prom dresses was terrible. All they prom dresses look like wedding dresses. All they prom dresses look like wedding dresses from Tijuana, man. They was not sexy at all. The black girls, though, and when it came to prom, the black girls was just going all out. It was some girls that couldn't get into prom. They was so revealing. It was some girls they wouldn't even let come in the prom. Like, nah, you got to put on a shawl or something. You showing too much ass. Damn, high school was the shit. That's when pussy was good. That's when pussy had some grip to it. Man, oh man. Yeah, man. They what do you call it? A quinceañera? That's how they prom dress was looking, man. Look like they better go get baptized or something, man. Oh my God, I will vote for Donald Trump. You know, McDonald's got a coffee that's hitting, y'all. Hit it with the espresso. Wake your ass clean up. Fucking with Mickey D's now. All right. Well, yeah, so we got to go back down memory lane, man. Go back down memory lane, man. On all the politicians that were saying the same thing that Trump is saying, but when Trump said it's a problem, but when these politicians said it, it was okay. It was okay. It was okay.
Good way to do it.
It was okay. See, they're getting on Trump for ICE, but this has always been a problem. And every president was saying the same thing that Trump was saying. They just don't like Trump. It's Trump delusion syndrome.
There is a legal way to do it, so you don't have to sneak across in the first place.
Yo, VIP!
We do not think the comprehensive health care benefits should be extended to those who are undocumented workers. And
so we got everybody from Bush to Hillary Clinton saying that they shouldn't give illegal immigrants health care. But when Trump said it's cruelty.
Illegal aliens. We do not want to do anything to encourage more illegal immigration into this country.
Exactly. This is exactly what Trump has been saying. What's so wrong when Trump says it?
We know now that too many people come in for medical care as it is. We certainly don't want them having the same benefits that American citizens.
Exactly. They don't want them to have the same benefits as an American citizen. This is why the government was shut down, because the Democrats want to give illegal immigrants, aliens, criminals, health care. Privileges that are for American citizens, which would then encourage these people to keep running over here.
Are entitled to have.
Every place in this country are rightly disturbed by the large numbers of illegal aliens entering our country.
So I remember watching a video, and Brandon Johnson, Chicago mayor, got hung up on the word alien. Oh, we're not going to use inhumane words like that to describe. These are people we're talking about. Fam, the word alien is in the Constitution. This is what they're called. He's talking about, there's two different meanings. Yeah, we got the fictitious meaning of an alien, like a being from outer space. But then there's a real definition of an alien being somebody who comes to your country illegally. They're an alien. So he tried to get people hung up on the word alien as if you're being cruel, inhumane, and racist and all that. But if you recall, every black person you know, they say Bill Clinton is the first black president. He got his dick sucked and he played the saxophone. He was a real nigga. Every black person loved him some Bill Clinton.
The jobs they hold might otherwise be held by citizens or legal immigrants. The public service they use impose burdens on our taxpayers.
Exactly. They are a pure burden, a parasite to our pockets. They need to go. And you can't limit. See, here's the thing. The imagery that the media like CNN, New York Times, Washington Post, MSNBC, the imagery that they try to put out on when we deport, it looks brutal and savage. But they're not showing you the other side of the border, the border between Mexico and the what's that Guatemala? What's down? But they have the border at the bottom of Mexico. What's at the bottom of Mexico? Those people who cross, they getting their asses whooped, and they not playing with them. Hold on. They're not playing with them. They're throwing babies in. The baby can still be in the stroller. They're throwing the baby in the back of the van. They're not caring. The cheat code for the Latinas is to check out how her mama is built. If her mama is shaped like Grimace, good luck. Once your girl starts popping out kids, that's how she'll look. Yeah, man. You thought black women hold weight bogus. Nah, Mexican woman, man, no. They don't hold weight well at all. They don't hold weight well at all. Yeah, that's Guatemala. Them motherfuckers coming up through Guatemala. Because you got Guatemala, then you got Belize. You got to go from the Honduras. El Salvador is, you got to go through El Salvador, Guatemala, then Mexico. Nicaragua, the Honduras, Guatemala, then Mexico. Then go all through Mexico and then go to the border. Yeah, buddy. Shout out to Trucks, man, with the 10, man. Don't think I don't see you when I see you, man. I appreciate you for appreciating me. But that bottom half border of Mexico, they are doing them dirty down there. They don't put that on TV. Because Mexico don't want them immigrating into Mexico. They said don't use Mexico as a, what do you call it? Like a hold station for y'all to go to America. Like, no, this ain't a way station, nigga. Y'all gonna get the fuck out of here. So they doing them dirty down there. They don't show it though.
That's why our administration has moved aggressively to secure our borders more by hiring a record number of new border guards, by deporting twice as many criminal aliens as ever before.
Fam, this is everything that Trump is saying. They had no problem when these people said, but when Trump said it's criminal. We got to stop ICE. Oh shit. I want them to hire more ICE. I want them to hire me. I don't think nobody got as much passion as me.
By cracking down on illegal hiring, by barring.
I will go to sleep in my uniform. I won't bathe for days. I will live off coffee and donuts, and I will chase and hunt you down. I'm like, I can't wait to catch you little 5'2" motherfuckers. Tell you what you need to be scared of. I'll tell you what you need to be scared of. A nigga chasing you with a smile on his face, laughing.
You can run and get high, Alejandro. I see you.
I'm chasing down Africans. That's gonna be hard because them African motherfuckers is athletes. But I will chase you down. I'm chasing down Africans. I'm chasing down Definitely chasing down Indians. I'm chasing you, bloody. Come here, you bastard. Come here, you bastard. Rakesh, you get here, you bastard. Bloody. I'm chasing you down. Chinese motherfuckers, I ain't gotta chase them down. They ain't gonna. They just go so peacefully. They go so peacefully. You know, I catch them eating their wonton soup. Time to go. Time to go, Yang. Gonna be a lot of mistaken identity when you start talking about the Chinese and the Japanese. They all look alike. The facial recognition software start glitching up. They like the facial recognition software just start, you know, they just start glitching up. Every last one of them look the same. You know, I'm catching them all, man. I'm catching them all.
Welfare benefits to illegal aliens.
Even as we are a nation of immigrants, we're also a nation of laws. Undocumented workers broke our immigration laws.
Whoa! Whoa! They're not criminals! Listen to these Democrats. They're not criminals! They're not! It's not a crime! Democrats literally are out here telling people that it is not a crime to come into this country illegally. Keyword, illegal. How is that not a crime? Now, don't tell me with a straight face y'all have not heard Democrats continuously preach that it is not a crime to come over to this border. When we heard your Jesus himself, Barack Obama, the Democrat Jesus, hashtag Democrat Jesus, tell you all that it's a crime.
By barring welfare benefits to illegal aliens.
Even as we are a nation of immigrants, we're also a nation of laws. Undocumented workers broke our immigration laws.
Broke our laws.
And I believe that they must be held accountable, especially those who may be dangerous. That's why over the past 6 years, deportations of criminals are up 80%. And that
I got to talk about this, man, too. Shout out to my man, Fist of Flames. They got a big operation out there, man. There's a big sting operation going on with the DMVs out. I want to say Texas and California. They were giving out CDLs to illegal immigrants and taking the test form. These people were wearing shirts with they can't speak no English. They wearing shirts with like a pocket, and they putting their camera phone in there, and it's a person in the parking lot looking up the answers for every one of those questions on that test, and they got an earpiece in and telling them all the answers in Spanish. And they getting CDLs. They cracking down on that. A bunch of illegal immigrants out here got CDLs. They driving trucks. And again, this is a great thing for the black man because they just arrested, 17,000 of them. So that's a great thing. That's more jobs for you as a black man. So again, us as FBA, Foundation of Black Americans, we benefit greatly off of deportation. If anything that you might not like Trump or whatever like that, but you need to support his deportation policies, the whole movement, because it only improves things for us. Because these people are coming over here taking your jobs. And the reason why they're able to take your jobs is they're willing to work for less. They're willing to get screwed. Because these employers know they got dirt over their head. Yeah, you're illegal. But they're getting pulled over on the side of the road, you know what I'm saying? Getting detained, find out that they're not of legal status, and sure enough, to ICE you go. See, they need another thing that they need to do, because I've always told y'all, there's an easy way. I call it smoking them out. You can smoke them all out. You can smoke them out of the country if you make it illegal for you to rent to them, and the people that rent to them get fined $10,000. You make it illegal for them to get a job, period. Any type of job on the books, you know what I'm saying? If you make it illegal, truly illegal across the board, federally, you know what I'm saying? They can't get a legal job, smoke them out. Their kids go to school. Easy. Your kids register for school. Who's the parent? Okay, cool. Smoke them out. Smoke them out. We can smoke them all out. Another way we can smoke them out, do not issue any driver's licenses. No licenses whatsoever can be given to these people who are here illegally. So you can't buy property, because there's a lot of countries where you can't buy property unless you are a naturally born citizen or have citizenship. You as an American can't just go buy property in Dubai. That is reserved for their citizens. So with all that said, there's no benefit. Then you don't give them health care. Nothing's free. You just running around like a nomad in a land that don't let you do nothing. You're going to either self-deport, take this money we're giving you to get up out of here, or commit a crime. As soon as you commit a crime, you're getting deported anyway. Taking you to Alligator, Alcatraz, and we're getting you out of here. We smoke them out like that. That's how you smoke out the so-called working class. The criminals going to be criminals. They're going to do criminal things, and they're going to hide. They're going to stay dangerous. But, for Esmeralda, and the dudes that's doing roofing and all that stuff with all these illegals on their team, smoke them out. Smoke them out. Find out you got illegal in your house, you get fined. Possible 3 months in jail. Motherfucker be like, look, man, I can't risk it. I got kids. You got to get up out of here. Take that $1,000 and go back home. Smoke them out. Y'all tweet Trump what I just said, man. Easy solution. Smoke them out.
That's why we're going to keep focusing enforcement resources on actual threats to our security. Felons.
Catch your ass out there selling tacos or whatever like that. You got your little truck out there, you're selling watermelons in the black neighborhood. Smoke them out. Smoke them out. Smoke them out. Shout out to Steve. You say, the Dems are mad about not affording homes or food, but the illegals they're defending is the cause of that problem. Exactly, fam. Exactly, fam. Majority of these problems are because of them having the open borders. A lot of this is a trickle-down effect to the open borders. Because you gotta look at why they shut the government down in the first place. Because the Democrats want to give illegal immigrants health care. Because they realize that they don't have a voter base anymore. So they know that they can get the loyalty from an illegal immigrant, because they're going to look at like the Democrats saved my life. I could be living in Mexico. I could be living in Haiti. That's what they were looking for. But they're realizing that people are waking up and people are seeing the Democrats for what they are. They are hypocrites. Chuck Schumer, Cory Booker, what's the other one, man? Hakeem Jeffries, AOC, all of these people were the ones that held back your benefits. This wasn't a Trump thing. See, a lot of people don't understand how the government works and what roles they have. You know, the Senate and the House, Congress, that's the executive branch. They come up with the laws, you know what I'm saying? But the president is the executive, I'm sorry, they're the legislative branch. And the president is the executive branch, and he signs off on what they all agree on. He got the final word once they get it together. They the legislative branch. So they have to agree. People are blaming Trump like this is him. He can't sit around and babysit Congress. They want to fight and argue. The Democrats held everything all up. The judicial branch just makes sure everything is right and exact and laws are implied are applied and interpreted in the right way. But all his job is to do is sign off on what y'all agree on. He waiting on y'all. The Democrats held this up. The Republicans, what is it, like 15 times that they voted to open up the government? But see, you're not going to hear the fried chicken Christians and Democrats bring that up. They find some way to blame Trump for this. This is a Biden mess. And the people don't want to fund illegal immigrants. First of all, we get nothing from it. Second of all, it's been dangerous. They've been locking up illegal immigrants that have been committing rapes. A lot of them can't drive. And you got to look at where they come from. You're coming from Mexico, there's a bunch of drunk drivers in Mexico. That's all they do. I've been looking. I haven't seen a whole bunch of DUIs in Mexico. You know, that's the least of their worries. They don't even got lines in their street. You know, streets ain't even paved. So they thinking they back home. They just doing what they was doing back home. A lot of these guys got DUIs, hit and runs. You know, and nothing was more disrespectful than when the Democrats all sat down during the State of the Union address from Trump when he gave acknowledgement. I want to say Laken Riley, the girl who got raped and killed by illegal immigrants, and the family was there. They still sat down for that. That's how petty these people are. I mean, they even sat down for the little boy who survived, well, it was over like 7 brain surgeries. You know? They sat down and pouted. Not my president. They hate this man so much that the people have to suffer. Yeah, little DJ, man. Shout out to little DJ, man. You know, they're really wicked. If they don't get their way, they don't care if people die. They really don't care if people live or die. And I literally listen to people like my father and other family members and stuff like that talk about Trump only care about the rich and this and this. And you see where his mind is at? This wasn't something planned. I'm going to shut down the government. He didn't shut down the government. The Democrats did. They called for the shutdown. They didn't want to open it back up until you gave these illegals your rights. The Democrats had to concede because they finally realized that their lying narratives wasn't no longer working. Yes. And they have no leadership. Chuck Schumer, you know, they about to all turn on each other. This is about to be beautiful. Shout out to First Class, man, for that 5, man. Don't think I don't appreciate everybody who motherfucking contributes to this show. You know what I'm saying? We over 400 people right now, early on a Thursday. And I'm going to give y'all all work today, man. Y'all keep y'all notifications on. If you at work, man, don't have me on the loudspeaker. You're going to get fired. Say they need to get rid of the filibuster and just make it a 51% majority in the House of Representatives. Remember, they didn't stand for your boy fighting cancer. Yes, 14. He had 14 surgeries. Wow, they're evil. Hey, man, salute to Aline, man. God, I did not know it was 14 surgeries. Fam, I have never had a surgery in my life. That's one thing that scares me, having to have a surgery. I've never been, what do you call it, sedated or, had anesthesia to be put to sleep. That is one thing that just scares me. I'm afraid that I'll be too stubborn to do it and just end up, if something was like life-threatening, I think I might, God forbid, man, just end up croaking out, man. I'm that scared to have a surgery. I'm that scared. Salute to that boy. That boy is braver than me. That boy is braver than me. Because I would be scared as hell. Especially operating on your brain. Boy, and then to see grown people not stand for that little boy. Not stand for the rape victim. Oh, women, protect women and all this shit. But you can't expect them to care about the lives of women. You can't expect them to care about the lives of women when they champion abortion. Kamala Harris ran completely on abortion alone, as if that affects your day-to-day. You as a free-thinking, straight black man, a hard-working black man, abortion does not affect your day-to-day. We always can use a condom and pull out with the condom. Oh, we always pull out with the condom on. It's these irresponsible, diabolical, evil, self-centered, selfish women who are willing to kill their own kids. That's why they didn't value the life of that girl who, Democrats don't value life. That's why they didn't value the life of that girl who got raped and killed by illegal immigrants. They didn't see that the immigration thing was a problem, like they wasn't letting prisoners into our country. You know what I'm saying? Nowadays, these surgeons are twerking and dancing while they got you knocked out and cut open on TikTok. Yeah, see, man, that's the, man, I'm got surgery and shit. I got my stomach cut all open. I'm laying there and shit like that. It's a bunch of chicks making it clap on TikTok going viral. Look at Minister Jap. I'm just with tubes in my mouth and shit. Pause. You know what I'm saying? And these chicks just shaking ass around me. Retarded. What scares me, man. What scares me, man. But yeah, man, they gonna get rid of Chuck Schumer, man. Back in the days, Chuck Schumer was, I see, before we get into this, I want to bring y'all back down memory lane. Chuck Schumer used to sing a different tune, man. He used to sing a different tune, man, about giving illegals benefits and shit.
Chuck Schumer, in the year 1990.
Before we get into that too, what do y'all think about Stephen A? He said he want to take a crack at running for president. I don't know about that one, man. Maybe you should run for mayor first or something. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one. I don't know about that one.
96.
This is an anti-fraud amendment. Over where we go, people say, well, why can't you stop illegal immigrants or others from coming here? And the number one answer we give our constituents.
This is not the Chuck Schumer that we have now. He is about all of the sanctity and humanity and treating these people with the utmost respect and laying out the red carpet for these people that come over here illegally. That's what he is now. But again, this is what you got to understand about politics. They are professional politicians. They are professional liars. My homegirl, Miriam, say, stick to sports. He does have some good takes on politics. You know, he's kind of well-rounded with politics a little bit, but not enough so to where he needs to be a president. I don't know. Oh, man. That's almost on the level of Kanye running for president. Nah, Kanye was a little just absolutely just crazy. Couldn't have that bipolar nigga running for president.
Illegal immigrants or others from coming here. And the number one answer we give our constituents is when they come here, they can get jobs, get benefits against the law because of fraud. Ladies and gentlemen of this chamber, what I worry about is that this bill, which started out with good intentions, whether you agree with it or disagree with it, is going to end up being the same kind of thing that the public gets angry with us on. We say we're doing something, and we do nothing. I urge support of this amendment if you believe you want to stop fraud in immigration.
Yes. They got a big fraud thing going on right now in Minnesota, man. Big fraud thing. You know, actually two. Gotta look into it. During the COVID situation, there were a lot of businesses getting grants or getting money from the government, claiming that they were giving out food to a certain amount of people. They got audited. That wasn't the case. They got millions. A lot of those millions got donated to Ilhan Omar with her campaign. There's an investigation going on with that. A lot of people getting locked up for that. They need to lock up Ilhan Omar and deport her. Then they got marriage fraud. Marriage fraud is big in Minnesota right now. Big. I mean, they had one day where they found 1,000 people and arrested 1,000 people over 1,000 people in one day for marriage fraud. People were marrying their siblings and brothers and sisters and uncles, and it was a lot of that going on. And it's been rumored to believe that Ilhan Omar is married to her brother to get legal status. They cracking down. I love it. Aline coming through said, you have to ask and criticize if he ever was a leader, like even a husband or led in any capacity. Stephen A. is not a leader just by how he speaks. True. A lot of y'all don't know, too, Chuck Schumer is a Jew. Chuck Schumer's a Jew. You know what Jews do.
You have no choice but to support this amendment.
And now you're fighting for more immigration.
You're fighting for more immigration. Hey, if you ever get a chance to watch Stephen A.'s political shows, they're pretty good. They're pretty good. Shout out to my sister, man. She always showing love, my nigga. Coming through with the $5 holler, man. FBA ties, man. Miriam in the building. TBAS is the movement, man. These niggas ain't shit. These bitches ain't shit. What's happening?
That was on Chuck Schumer's side because there's clearly some inconsistencies.
They're very inconsistent. If you go back in history with Biden didn't believe in same-sex marriage. But if that was the way to get him elected, we're all, love is love and all this old dumbass shit. He the first to put a trans gentleman over, what was it, Department of Health? Whatever job that Robert Kennedy has right now. It was a transgenitals had that job when Biden was in office. But the Democrats just have a dumb-ass agenda. Especially motherfuckers like AOC.
Because you said that it is federal.
This is the type of mindset that held up the government from giving, you know what I'm saying, the less fortunate that was on EBT, the snaps. And in Chicago, it's called the Link card. It's called Link in Chicago. I know on the East Coast, I call it EBT. I'm not sure what they call it on the West Coast. Maybe it's called EBT there, you know, or SNAP. Those are the three names I know. It's all the same thing, food stamps. But in my area, it's called Link.
I ask you on this to follow up because you said that it is federal law that people, undocumented immigrants, can't get Medicare, Medicaid, the Obamacare subsidies. Do you believe that should be the law, though, or do you think undocumented immigrants should have access to federally funded health care?
I believe personally that health care is a human right. I believe that every person should be able to go to the doctor, but I believe that right now.
You see? Y'all say it's EBT or SNAP and SNAP in Cali. Okay. Yeah, here, I know Illinois is Link. I don't know about Indiana. Maybe they call it Link in Indiana too. Indiana Link. But it's called Link out here.
Federal law is the federal law.
And then you got, what's the other one about for diapers? What's the other one for just for babies? WIC. Called WIC. WIC benefits. Yeah. I don't know if that's a universal term for everybody. I know we call it WIC out here. So they can get baby formula and diapers with that. Motherfucker say he can't stand listening to AOC. But she's a big booty Latina! Women, infants, children. Okay. You say welfare is cool. Y'all ass ain't shit. I meant to tell y'all that.
Undocumented immigrants should have access to federally funded health care.
I believe personally that health care is a human right. I believe that every person should be able to go to the doctor, but I believe that right now federal law is the federal law, and that absolutely.
What do y'all rate? What do y'all rate AOC? I think AOC is a good-looking bitch. I'm going 7.5. If she was a conservative, she would definitely be an 8. But, you know, I got to take off points for her for being a liberal bitch. Can't give her all that credit. And I don't like red lipstick. I don't like her shoulders and I don't like her lipstick, but she's a definite easy 7. Easy 7. She has a horrible posture. The bitch has got a posture of a point guard. Come to the bedroom, look like she just shot some jumpers. And the bitch just look like she just be at the free throw line all goddamn day. She got shoulders like Jamal Crawford. I hate red lipstick, man. I hate red lipstick and I hate red fingernails on a bitch. And I hate black lipstick and black fingernails on a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Anytime I see that shit, it just makes my hair stand up on my back. I just, bitch, god damn, I hate that red shit.
Subsidies. Do you believe that should be the law, though, or do you think undocumented immigrants should have access to federally funded health care?
I believe personally that health care is a human right. I believe that every person should be able to go to the doctor, but I believe that right now federal law is the federal law, and that absolutely, you know, that U.S. citizens and people who pay into our programs deserve to be covered by these programs. And I mean, once again, I do believe that the federal laws that we have on the books are appropriate.
But if you could choose, do you believe that should be changed?
See, they never just answer the questions directly. That's one thing I hate about politicians. If I was ever a politician, I just answer the question. They dance, man. Nobody dances like them, man. I mean, they do the salsa, the merengue. They really move around the damn questions. Answer the fucking questions. You got to ask them 3 times before you can answer.
Pardon?
If you could choose, do you believe that the federal law should be changed?
I believe in a single-payer healthcare system where if you go in and you need a doctor, you can get the medical attention that you need.
Okay, let me just...
Federal law is the federal law.
But they are not citizens. They're not citizens. Yeah, I'm fair about it. I'll give her a 7. I'll give her a 7 because she's spicy. But, you know, it's the shoulders and the red lipstick for me, man. Bitch shaped like a coat hanger, man. I'm from the BX. She's a average. She's a 5 average over here. Yeah, man. You know what? And I had to talk. I got a homeboy, man. He from out there in the Bronx, man. And, you know, we out here in the Midwest, we don't see a lot of Dominican bitches and shit like that. And, you know, when that nigga told me Tahiri is regular, I'm like, wow, that's y'all regular? Man, that bitch come out to the Midwest. That bitch would be carried. That bitch would be riding around in a chariot. Niggas don't see bad bitches like that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you might see a mixed bitch, whatever like that, but she got tattoos in the stomach. You be like, damn, that bitch could have been fine, but she didn't fucked it all up. But I just know, like, the East Coast got a lot of fine-ass chicks. East Coast got a lot of fine-ass chicks, but I don't like the East Coast chicks because they too aggressive and they talk like they about to kick a freestyle. All of them talk real aggressive. They really aggressive. You know what I'm saying? I don't think they're the type of chicks you want to be with. But there be some bad ones from the East Coast. You know what I'm saying? Perfect example of the representation of an East Coast bitch is Erica Mena. You be like, damn, this motherfucker fine. But that bitch is a headache. That bitch is a headache. You know what I'm saying? So I wouldn't fuck with an East Coast bitch. I don't want to have no bitch sounding like Remy Ma. What's up, son? What's up, son? You've been blowing up my jack. You know what I'm saying? Just be like, listen, doggy. You trying to get laid or what? You bugging, son. You bugging. I'm over here right now, saturated and activated. Dead ass, you need to get over here. You know what I'm saying? Like, these bitches over here just talking like you about to be in a motherfucking a smack battle, man. All them bitches sound like battle rappers, man. I don't like that shit. You got some fine bitches out there, man. Jersey, they had some fine motherfuckers in Jersey. The bartenders was cold, all that shit. I was like, God damn. You know what I'm saying? Because we got a lot of Keishas out here, you know what I'm saying? Midwest bitches. And you know the Midwest bitches, they turn into motherfucking booger bears real quick. Real quick. They turn into booger bears real quick. Shout out to the BX, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all hood rats is way better than our bad bitches in the Midwest. Our bad bitches in the Midwest do not hold up to a New York hood rat. New York hood rats are way finer than a Midwest bitch, I promise you. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go out there, you get a chance, man. You go to East Coast, man. Go check out some of their hood rats. But God damn it, bitch, finer than a bugger. He's a hood rat. New York hood rat be finer than a motherfucker. They don't have like, you know, well, they probably got some regular hood rat, but they are so saturated with mixed broads, bro. Say, I'm in Jersey. Let me tell you. Hold on. Let me see what bro say. God damn, the fucking chat moving. He say, John Doe with the 5 say, I'm in Jersey. Let me tell you, East Coast women are aggressive, especially New York. Fine, but masculine. I know. I do not, I can't mesh well with them. You know what I'm saying? Lord knows I've tried it. And dude, I'm not about to have no bitch talking to me all crazy. And that's what the New York chicks do. That's what East Coast chicks do. They talk to you crazy. You know what I'm saying? You damn near got to smack them. You know what I'm saying? You damn near got to smack them. Shout out to Steve Yard, man. You say with the 5. Black ICE agent. Body slams migrant. Posting link shortly. Let's cook. I like that. Slam them. Slam, we say Long Island. Got some hidden gems. Okay. Long Island. Say he's not wrong. Y'all know I'm not lying. I'm telling you from experience. Let me see what Steve the Yard guy got up here. Let me see what Steve the Yard guy got up here, man. I'm ooh. Oh, I showed this one before, Steve. I showed this one before. We did a show on that one. The black guy, the dude ran up in the black guy's face, ran up in ICE face. Yeah, we did a whole show on that one. ICE raids, man. Y'all got to go to that ICE raid. Said I had a Puerto Rican chick. She was crazy. Got to go to Queens. I've never been to Queens. I only been to Harlem. I guess it's Harlem, Manhattan. Is Harlem and Manhattan the same? I've been to Harlem, I guess Manhattan. And I've been to Brooklyn, Staten Island, and Jersey. I have not been to the Bronx, and I have not been to Queens. I haven't been to Queens. You know, y'all got me sounding like Eddie Murphy. Queens! Head ass, nigga. Queens, huh? Queens, huh? Harlem is in Manhattan. Okay, so I was all through Harlem and Manhattan and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? They had some bad chicks. But I'm going to be honest. The baddest chicks I saw was in Jersey. It was bad bitches in New York. Don't get me wrong. But Jersey really had some solid bitches. Them motherfuckers was fine as hell. It was just like Tahiri Central. All the bitches like Tahiri to me. They had big booties, long hair, smiling and shit. Jersey had some broads. I'm like, what they putting in the water out here, man? Jersey got the broads, bro. And Jersey got the food. New York didn't have good food. I'm sorry, New York. Now, niggas are saying Queens. If I go to Queens, you know, make me a believer. Niggas are saying Queens, I'll be a believer. But Jersey, nigga, I was just wondering. Nigga, reckless. God damn. I'm in Ho's face. Yeah, so shout out to the East Coast, man. Y'all get them. Y'all just gotta tell them bitches stop being so manly, though. My man said Queens is disgusting. Yeah, dog. No, man, when I was in Jersey, man, it was just Cardi B's everywhere, man. You know, it was just exotics. I was like, damn. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to Trump. Trump then opened up the government, signed off for it. The Democrats tried to hold out. And I'm telling you, man, if the Democrats would have held out past Thanksgiving, they would have been done. I mean, they're still done. But, I mean, they would have angered. Oh, my God. They would have angered families. You know how many people were relying on that link card, that EBT? Say Bronx got a lot of them. Shout out to Alex, man. You know how many people have been angered if it wasn't no turkey on the table for Thanksgiving? Nigga. You say Cardi B before or after surgery. You know, I didn't mind crooked teeth Cardi B. She was still cute. With the braids to the back, she was still cute. Kind of like Keisha Cole with the Gap. I be torn between that sometimes. You know, sometimes, you know, you want a little bit of imperfection on a bitch. You know what I'm saying? Like Keisha Cole with the little gap was fine. You know what I'm saying? Cardi B, yeah, you know, she was hood rat fine. She a little too, yeah. She a little too phony now, a little too fake. You know, like kind of Keisha Cole she still was fine. Keisha Cole with the baby gap. Shout out to the Bay, man. Shout out to Oakland, man. Keisha Cole with the gap. I think I like Keisha Cole better with the gap. I think I like her better when she was younger, man. But I like Keisha Cole though. She's fine though. Fine old hoe. Shout out to my fine old hoes in the building. Cardi B's sister, what's her name? Hennessy. She's fine in the motherfucker too. You know what I'm saying? They all kind of look alike. You can get you an exotic bra if you go to New York. And they love brothers. I'm not gonna hold you. They love brothers. I don't like Kelly Rowland, man. I don't like Kelly Rowland, man. That's that Kevin Samuels shit, man. Rest in peace to Kevin. We used to argue about this all the time. Kelly Rowland is so regular. That brother Kev, man, he loved him some Kelly Rowland. That motherfucker was a 10 to him. I'm like, what? I'm like, get out of here. That nigga loved Kelly Rowland, man. Kelly Rowland was a dime. She is truly regular to me. She ain't ugly. She ain't ugly. You know, if her personality is off the chain, she'd probably be a great catch, I guess. But, you know, my eyes will still be looking at the baddies. I mean, like, she ain't... You see what she was wearing when she came out with Beyonce for Kamala? You know, she do a lot of dumb shit. That motherfucker used to have she had on the biggest bell bottoms. She had on a Ike Turner wig and a baggy suit. Beyonce come out there just, you know what I'm saying, strutting and whatever like that. Beyonce ain't all that to me either. She about a 7 to me. You know what I'm saying? But you know, each his own, man. You know what I'm saying? You know, I'll take Ashanti or Maya over all of them any day. Yeah, like I'll take Maya over Beyonce any day. Give me Beyonce or Maya. Give me Maya. Shit, give me Khalees. Rihanna is another person that's overhyped. Even though I love green eyes, you know what I'm saying? That forehead is atrocious. You know what I'm saying? She is definitely overrated. Rihanna is definitely overrated. I'm sorry if I hurt anybody's feelings in the room. Rihanna is definitely overrated. You know what I'm saying? But I'll take Khalees over. I'll take Khalees over a lot of them bras. I don't know if you've seen Khalees on the farm. Khalees on the farm picking strawberries and shit, making fresh greens and shit in the kitchen. Nigga, I'll take Khalees. Khalees ass looking crazy online, nigga. Y'all niggas sleep. Nigga, I'm subscribed. You know what I'm saying? I'm subscribed. That motherfucker is fine. Now let's get back to this, man. Shout out to Trump. These hoes can now get they snap. You know, and they still gonna hate Trump. They still gonna hate on Trump.
In the Oval Office, about to reopen officially the government. Let's check in.
Well, thank you very much. This is a big day, big night. Very important what is taking place because we've seen how good government can be and how bad government can do when people don't know what they're doing. For the past 43 days, Democrats in Congress shut down the government of the United States in an attempt to extort American taxpayers for hundreds of billions of dollars for illegal aliens and people that came into our country illegally, from gangs, from prisons, from mental institutions. They wanted to pay them $1.5 trillion.
$1.5 trillion for these motherfuckers. Are you kidding me? You got to be crazy to even consider it. But this is what Democrats, they are crazy. They have everything that they do is just radical. Everything that they do is radical. It's not practical. It doesn't make any sense. This makes absolutely no sense to give them benefits. They're going to keep coming here.
Which would have really hurt our healthcare businesses and our recipients at levels never seen before. Today, we're sending a clear message that we will never.
Okay, so hold on. Now, this might be a problem. Shout out to Miriam. So, because I don't know how that truly goes. Let's see how many days we got. What day is Thanksgiving? What day is Thanksgiving? Let me see. What day is Thanksgiving? The 27th? It's on a Thursday? It's on a Thursday, huh? We got 14 days. 14 days to load up. You think they can't get that shit loaded up in 14 days? Might be rough. I know I'm going to my family house. I'm getting a plate. I'm getting a plate. I'm going to do a live stream eating all types of soul food on y'all ass. Don't ask me for shit. Don't ask me for shit.
Give in to extortion, because that's what it was. They tried to extort. The Democrats tried to extort our country. In just a moment, I'll sign a bill exactly like we asked Democrats to send us all along, many days ago. This cost the country $1.5 trillion, this little excursion that they took us on.
They cost the country $1.5 trillion. Dude, the world will suffer as long as they can get back at Trump. That's how petty and vindictive the Democratic Party is. They don't put the interests of the people first. They're petty with their politics, man. They run petty politics.
Republicans never wanted a shutdown and voted 15 times for a clean.
Hold on, man. Who the fuck eats pecan pie? Nigga, you eat pecan pie? The fuck, nigga? What kind of shit is that? You must eat coleslaw too. Put raisins in your potato salad, nigga. Nigga, we eat sweet potato pie. Yeah, I eat peach cobbler, lemon meringue pie, caramel cake. You know what I'm saying? 7-Up cake. And bean pie. Oh my God, bruh, that is disgusting. Bruh said pound cake. You know what I'm saying? Bruh said he eat pumpkin pie? Now that is the caucus of Cajun shit. You must eat fruitcake too. This nigga eat fruitcake and carrot cake. Ooh, this carrot cake is delicious. It's always It's always your non-cooking Auntie Betty trying to make everybody eat some carrot cake. Yeah, try my carrot cake. Don't eat Betty's carrot cake, bro. Betty can't boil hot dogs. Carrot cake? Ugh. Oh my God. I guess y'all from different regions, man. You know what I'm saying? Y'all from different regions, man. You know, y'all from different regions. Niggas said carrot cake. Carrot cake is actually delicious, Jap. My Aunt Betty makes a hell of a carrot cake. Where y'all going? Where y'all going for Thanksgiving? Y'all going to Pearl House? Y'all going to the Pilgrim House? I got stovetop stuffing and dry ass pot roast. How your pot roast dry? No seasoning. No seasoning. You know what I'm saying? God damn. Stuffing. Stuffing. It's over for the Democrats. Chances to win next year's midterm election. Shout out to First Class Citizen with the 5. Yeah, it's a wrap for them, bro. It's a wrap. It's a rizzy. It's a rizzy. Y'all motherfuckers killing me, man. All right, remind me not to go to none of y'all Thanksgiving dinners, man. Remind me to not to go to none of y'all Thanksgiving dinners, man. Y'all ass wilding. Carrot cake eating ass nigga.
Continuation of funding. There's never been a time when one or the other party ever didn't sign a continuation. It's just a continuation, not a big deal. It's a continuation, and we'll talk later. Yet the extremists in the other party insisted on creating the longest government shutdown in American history, and they did it purely for political reasons. I want to thank Speaker Mike Johnson, Senate Majority Leader John Thune, as well as House Majority Leader Steve Scalise, Majority Whip Tom Emmer, and numerous.
Hey, I'm gonna tell y'all, man. Shout out to Quiet Strength, man, with the $5 holler. Say, how could you slap? I know. You know what I'm saying? I definitely wouldn't be going to Kamala's crib for getting on them greens out the tub. None of them tub greens. None of them tub. But I'm gonna tell y'all a dirty little secret, man. If you, nigga, you're gonna knock your family's socks off. Get that turkey. It's like $100 turkey. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's like $100 turkey. Get you a turkey. Marinated, seasoned, and everything from Popeyes. You gotta order it like 2 days before, a day before. Get you, fam. Yes, Skinner, you know what I'm talking about. Popeyes, they don't cook it. They prepare it for you. They prepare that motherfucker for you. You get one of them Popeyes turkeys, and if you deep fry a Popeyes turkey, people will not leave your house. I'm telling you, your grandmama can't make it. Your uncles can't make it. All your uncles are, hey, I got the smoker and all that, this, and this. None of them can season that shit like Popeyes. I promise you. I promise you. You will not be let down. It's $100-something turkey. You can't just walk in there and say, yeah, I want to get a turkey. No, you got to call that in. Pay for it in advance. And come pick it up after they're done putting a woo-wop on it, man. That turkey is juicy through and through, even if you bake it. But if you deep fry, ain't nobody leaving your house. And I'm telling you, ain't nobody. And then here's the thing: that turkey is so good, people gonna be arguing over. You took too much turkey. They gonna be talking behind your back. Whoever took a plate home. If you buy that turkey, just know what comes with it. You're gonna probably need 2 or 3, to be honest with you. So you might want to start collecting some bread from people now. If you're gonna have a big Thanksgiving dinner, these people are gonna eat the hell out of that turkey, fam. They're gonna be like, man, they're gonna try to take some of that turkey home, go make sandwiches when they get home, and fam. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, everybody can't make turkey. Because turkey, for the most part, if you're not eating a turkey leg, the drumstick, everything else is pretty dry. Turkeys be dry. Not Popeye's turkey. Not a Popeye's turkey, fam. I'm talking about they injecting that motherfucker. That shit, man. You really don't have to touch it. Unwrap it and deep fry it. Have your fryer outside, deep fry it. Let it unthaw. So some of you dudes are idiots. Just throw a frozen turkey in there and then everything explodes and we got to call the fire department out to your house to put out a grease fire. You know, it's a lot of grease fires for people who don't know how to fry a turkey. But if you deep fry that turkey, I promise you, it's a whole different vibe. Because turkey, for the most part, we got to be real. Turkey be dry. You got to put gravy on it and all. You gotta do so much. Because it's just, motherfuckers start cutting the breast. You can't even swallow. Pause, no rainbow. But I'm just saying, not this shit. Another trick. Because I told you, I cook for real. If you go get that Popeye's turkey and you smoke it from anywhere from 8 to 10 hours, slow smoke that motherfucker. Now, this is a different flavor too. Different vibe altogether from the fried turkey. The fried turkey is off the chain. I don't know what's better. If you smoke this turkey or if you fry it. You bake it, it's going to come out pretty high. But when the dynamic between smoking that turkey for 8 to 10 hours, you wake up at 6 in the morning and throw that turkey on the smoker. And by the time everybody get to the crib about 3, everybody kicking it, playing cards and stuff like that, by 6 when you pull that turkey out of the smoker, it's a whole different vibe. It's a whole different color. When you cut it open, it look like ham. When you smoke that turkey gonna be the color of ham, man. I promise you. I promise you. And that shit is good as hell. Smoked turkey is a hit. See, this is how I know I'm talking to people who really know how to cook. You smoke that turkey, boy. You can smoke that turkey, go about your business. You know what I'm saying? You could be going to visit other people's house, picking up they nasty ass turkeys, making a plate of they nasty ass stale macaroni and shit, showing love to Aunt Betty and shit. By the time you get home with your shit, it's on and cracking. It's on and cracking. A lot of you motherfuckers don't know how to make macaroni. Once I see a motherfucker don't put no sour cream, I'm like, this motherfucker don't make no macaroni. Shit about to be dry as hell. Once I see that, this macaroni about to be messed up. Now, another one that people say, I really wasn't too impressed with. A lot of people be getting the turkeys from the jerk spots. They go get their turkeys. They go jerk the turkey. Pause, no rainbow. I haven't been blown away. It's not like Popeyes, man. It's not like Popeyes. Popeyes, okay. They only do it around Thanksgiving. And they only do yeah, you can do cream cheese, but you gotta have some sour cream in that shit. A little bit of sour cream, man. And they only do it around Thanksgiving and Christmas. Popeyes be showing out on a turkey, bro. But y'all gotta stop making that dry ass macaroni, man. Yeah, you got cream cheese, little sour cream, bunch of cheddar. I'm talking about artery clogging cheddar, all the cheeses, every cheese they got. Layers and layers and layers and layers of cheese. Pervert. Not a fan of people throwing the breadcrumbs on there. I'm like, what the fuck is this for? You know what I'm saying? But, you know, some of y'all motherfuckers be watching TikTok too much. You know what I'm saying? But other than that, nigga, you smoke that turkey, though, man. Ain't nobody leaving your house. Motherfucker want to spend a night.
The great Republican leaders and congressmen and senators who are here and who frankly spent a long time in Washington getting this thing to go away. I also want to thank the broad coalition of Americans that stood with us in this fight to reopen government, including...
Hey, you can't lie, man. The Republicans stood firm. And they signed off 15 times to open the government up. None of that is being recognized by a lot when you talk to these Democrats. They think that it was Republicans holding this up. This was Democrats.
The Teamsters, the American Federation of Government Employees, the Fraternal Order of Police, AMVETS, the National Small Business.
See, and I think a lot of them still had to think about it, man. There's going to be a lot of families that's going to be messed up. And these people got to go see their families. Some of their families ain't rich. You know, the best cooks in our family be the ones that's in the hood, that's poor. We got Hakeem Jeffries. He go back to the hood, go see his Aunt Betty and them. So you just gonna hold out. All we need is 8 votes to open the government back up. We ain't even got no goddamn turkey. You come over here empty-handed, Mr. Big Shot. You know what I'm saying? Crazy.
Association, the American Farm Bureau, the American Trucking Association. These are all incredible patriots. The Airlines for America, the Allied Pilots Association, the National Air Traffic Controllers Association, and many other unions and non-unions. Over the past 7 weeks, the Democrats shut down as...
That was another thing, too, we don't talk about a lot. The airports are screwed. Shout out to Trump, though, man. He was giving out $10,000 bonus to the people who kept working. And again, when you talk to the Democrats, they don't deem that to be an admirable thing to do. While everybody was quitting and going to go DoorDash and all that shit, there were people who stayed working. It was like, listen, I'm gonna keep working until we got our back pay. Because they know they was needed. They was essential. Now they're getting a $10,000 bonus. You know, I mentioned this to family members. They said, well, it ain't really $10,000. Once you take out the taxes, it's going to be only $5,000. I'm like, what if they got nothing? Because the Democrats didn't offer this. Trump did. But they can't give this man his props. They can't give him his props.
Inflicted massive harm. They caused 20,000 flights to be canceled or delayed. They departed so many times, so late. People were hurt so badly. Nobody's ever seen anything like this one. This was a no-brainer. This was an easy extension. But they didn't want to do it the easy way. They had to do it the hard way. And they look very bad, the Democrats do. They deprived more than 1 million government workers from their paychecks and cut off food stamp benefits for millions and millions more.
Yes, they did. This was a Democrat shutdown. Chuck Schumer and family and friends.
Americans
and then they still caved. They didn't stand firm.
in need. They caused tens of thousands of federal contractors.
They got to get rid of that filibuster shit, man, and just do a majority vote.
And small businesses to go unpaid, and the total effect of the damage their antics cause will take weeks and probably months to really calculate accurately, including the serious harm that they did to our economy and to people and to families. So I just want to tell the American people, you should not forget this. When we come up to midterms and other things, don't forget what they've done to our country. I also want to call for it.
They made themselves look real bad for the midterm. Real bad. That's why they keep trying to shift the blame. They keep trying to shift the blame. You cannot shift the blame on Republicans with this. You can't blame Trump. Look at how it goes. Once they voted, now he signs off on it. He was waiting for them to agree. He's not in Congress. He's not part of the legislative branch. He's part of the executive branch. He signs it into law. He's like, do you not get that? Your representatives of your district and your senators had to agree. And the Democrats were willing to cut off your benefits to get at this man.
A termination to the filibuster so that this can never happen again. If we had the filibuster terminated, this would never happen again. And don't forget, we have another date coming up in the not too distant future. We can never let this happen again. And we should be able to pass really great legislation. So I say terminate the filibuster because, by the way, the Democrats will do it immediately if they ever assumed office, which hopefully they won't. Today we had the highest stock market price ever in all of the different markets. We set a record. It's the 48th time in the 9 months that I've been in office that we had this record set. So think of that, 48 times we had a record set, but today is the highest of them all. We're going to break new grounds. Nobody would have thought. I have with us not only the great political leaders, but the great business leaders of our country. They're standing right behind me and right really alongside of me. And if we would have told them a year ago that we'd be having stock prices this high, none of them, in fact, I just asked them that question, none of them would have believed it. And that inures to jobs and, very importantly, to 401ks, which have also set a record today, a record high for the people that have 401ks. And also, I want to thank Walmart because they came up with a fantastic study. It was
check your 401ks, y'all. Stocks up. Let's go.
The cost of Thanksgiving coming up and the cost of Thanksgiving from a year ago under Sleepy Joe Biden, and we're 25% lower this year than we were a year ago.
More turkey.
And it's a very inclusive report. So I want to thank Walmart. They've done it for many years, but we believe in that, and we believe in that company. I want to also thank the 8 Senate Democrats who finally did the right thing in voting to end this craziness, this madness. But unfortunately, the vast majority of congressional Democrats were happy for millions of Americans to.
How is this Trump's shutdown? You know what I'm saying? How do people just keep finding a way to blame him? He was not responsible for this.
Suffered. They really did suffer too. And the Democrats admitted, they said, well, no, we finally have a point. Even though people have to suffer, we finally have a point, and that didn't work out too well for them. But they really went out and they could appease the fringe benefits of their far-left base, but that didn't work out because now their far-left base is angrier than ever before.
Can't name one accomplishment. You're a dumbass. The border! The border! ICE! The border! He's naming off accomplishments. Listen with your big ear, idiot. Shout out to Inspector sponsors with a $100 holler. Now that the government We are allocated funding from the government. It's on now. Shout out to my man. If y'all don't know my man Inspector, man, my man Inspector is basically an immigrant bounty hunter. He's getting them. He's riding up, making a killing. What you getting, about $1,000 an immigrant? You know what I'm saying? Now they say they're getting government funding. Shout out to bro. He's down south with a bunch of brothers in a pickup truck and zip ties, getting all the Alejandros, Esmeraldas, you know what I'm saying? All the Haitians, all the illegal Africans. He's getting all of these motherfuckers, nigga. All the Babatundes, all the Yangs, you know what I'm saying? All the Rakesh Patels. You getting them? He's tracking them down, hawking them down. Appreciate bro with the $100 holler. Nigga, they headed for the hills, nigga. Like I said, all we gotta do is smoke them out. Make it illegal for them to get driver's license, make it illegal for them to work, make it illegal for them to rent. They just be walking around the street. Here you go. Easy, easy. Load them up.
We actually elected a mayor of New York City who happens to be a communist. When was that going to happen? Remember, I said all the time during my campaign, we will never be a socialist country. And that's right. We turned out to have a communist in New York.
Shout out to Lean, man. He said, come do a sweep in San Antonio, Texas. I can't stand these damn immigrants, fam. Shout out to Lean, man. Listen, man, I'm going to tell you the hardest place that's going to be, man. And I thought about this morning. Trump needs to get started on New York right now. Trump needs to get started on New York today. A full blitz on New York before Mountain Domney gets in there. He needs to start on New York right now. Right now. Shout out to the International Quiet Storm. See, my mods, they free to snipe whoever they want to snipe because they real contributors to the show. Snipe that clown out of here. Yeah, New York is Tetherville. Listen, man. Dude, they gotta, that's going to be one of the hardest places. Besides California and Texas. Them three right there, full blitz. Full blitz. But you really got to go crazy on New York. You really got to go crazy on New York before you start getting the resistance from Mountain Domney when he gets in office. Say Nancy Pelosi was so disgruntled that she bowed out. Yes, shout out to First Class Citizen. Yes, I'm so glad to see Nancy Pelosi go. I love to see that whole go. Let that whole go. Mom Domney had New York City.
And if you look at his views, those are the views of a communist, not a socialist. So this is no way to run a country. I hope we can all agree that the government should never be shut down again, end the filibuster, terminate the filibuster. It'll never happen again. So with my signature, the federal government will now resume normal operations, and my administration and our partners in Congress will continue our work to lower the cost of living, restore public safety, grow our economy, and make America affordable again for all Americans. Again, costs are way down. Energy is way down. Gasoline is at $2.50 a gallon.
It's around like $3 out here. What's y'all gas like, man? Where y'all at, man? How much y'all gas, man? How much y'all gas, man? I think you're doing an average. How much y'all gas, man? How much is y'all gas? 269. I'm 259 in Bama, 350, 375 in San Antonio, $5 in LA. That's better than what it was. Didn't LA almost go up to like $9?
Versus $4 and
$2.75 in Detroit. $2.90 in the DMV, $3.40 in Nevada, $2.80, $2.90 in Ohio. $230 in Houston. $350 in Michigan, $319 in Phoenix, $250 in Tucson, $273 in Colorado, $250 in North Carolina, $297 in Jersey, $350 in Phoenix, $459 in Southern California. California gets raped. $239 in San Antonio, $260 in Florida. LA was $879 under Biden era. God damn. Nigga get robbed for gas around that bitch. $9 Beverly Hills last year. Wow. Come on, man.
70 cents for the Democrats, and we think we're going to hit pretty close to $2 a gallon. That's like a really massive tax cut. It's the equivalent of that. And speaking of tax cuts, our great, big, beautiful bill is giving everybody in our economy, middle income workers, low income, everybody, the biggest tax cut in the history of our country. And it's no tax on tips, no tax on social.
No tax on tips, no tax on Social Security, no tax on overtime.
Security, and very importantly, no tax on overtime. You work overtime, there's no tax. That's among the things that add up to the biggest tax cut in history. And one other thing, you hear about rich people with deductions. Well, when you buy your car and you borrow money, you're allowed to now deduct the interest.
You get to deduct the interest on your car loan.
On that loan. So you can take that interest deduction and what you can take is that interest payment and deduct it for income tax purposes. That's a tremendous tax cut right there. But it all includes fixing the healthcare system that Democrats broke with the disaster known as Obamacare. Obamacare was a disaster.
I still haven't met anybody who's on Obamacare. And they make such a fuss about it. I've never met anybody who's actually on it. I know it was like 3 levels of it. It was like silver, gold, and platinum or something like that. I've never met anybody who's on any of that shit.
Disaster from day one. It's done nothing but go up. And if you remember President Barack Hussein Obama, when he came up with this crazy idea, he said everything's going to be great. Rates are going to go down. Payments are going to go down. Everything's going to go down. It went the exact opposite with the biggest increase of healthcare in any country. It's a disaster. And I'm calling today for insurance companies not to be paid, but for the money, this massive amount of money, to be paid directly to the people of our country.
They still not gonna get a man props. He's giving out $2 grand. 2,000. You don't like Trump, give me your check. If you don't like Trump that bad, and he this bad, just give me your $2,000 check then.
So that they can buy their own health care, which will be far better and far less expensive than the disaster known as Obamacare. And I've had, I think, great support. I've even had Democrat support. So we want the money that would be going to the insurance company, which is hundreds of billions of dollars. Their stock prices have gone up by 1,000% in many cases. 1,000%.
Oh, they don't hate Trump that bad to where they just give that 2,000 up then. Like this motherfucker that was all up in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Spewing all that Trump derangement. Okay, cool, man. Trump ain't got no accomplishments, but they're like, I got you. Let me get that check from you.
Over a short period of time, because our country stupidly pays them so much money with this Obamacare scandal. So I want the money to go directly to you, the people. And you go out and you'll buy your own health insurance and you'll negotiate different plans and you'll get much better insurance and you will be an entrepreneur for yourself. So I'm always willing to work with anyone, including the other party. We'll work on something having to do with health care. We can do a lot better. We can do great. So much money is involved, and we're willing to pay so much money to the people. So we're going to pay a lot of money to the people. They're going to go out and buy their own health care, and we're going to forget this.
If you hate Trump that much, send me that check. Get my cash out with that check. Motherfucker's going to be, Trump ain't shit, this and this. Be right at the bank depositing that motherfucker. I'm just saying. Every last one of you motherfuckers. Just hand the check over, man. Stand on business.
Obamacare madness. So with all of that, I just want to tell you the country has never been in better shape. We went through this short-term disaster with the Democrats because they thought it would be good politically. And it's an honor now to sign this incredible bill and get our country working again. Thank you.
We'll be checking that mailbox every day. 2,000. Government is back open. Ladies, you ain't got to sell books no more. You ain't got to sell books no more. You got your EBT back. You ain't got to sell ass no more. You ain't got to worry about Melvin humping on you no more. Shut the fuck up. You ain't got to worry about Melvin humping on you no more. You did it, ladies. You survived 1 month. 1 month on your own. Ain't that cute? Ain't that cute, boo-boo? You did it! As independence now. You did it, ladies. You survived a month. No more flat backing. No more flat backing. You can go back on Facebook and pop your shit. You's an independent lady now. You don't need a nigga for nothing. Got your link card, your EBT. Everything's gonna be all right. Everything's gonna be all right. You know, one of the things I respect about Trump that they never mention. People like, oh, all he's trying to do, Trump just in it for the money, this, and this. How is he in it for the money? How is Trump in it for the money? I keep trying to tell y'all that Trump is being president is a community service job. None of you all would do this job for free. Trump does this job for absolutely free.
And air the full version of this interview with President Trump.
Are you planning to accept a salary as president?
I'm not going to accept a salary, no.
He's not accepted the salary. That's $400,000 a year. He's working for free. The air traffic controllers didn't even work for free. Some of them did, but most of them quit, went to go drive an Uber. No salary. What president does this with for free? Put up with all this BS for free. Get damn near assassinated for free.
And I'm giving up a lot of money, you know. Do you know, it amazed me, that, and maybe this isn't right, but other than George Washington, and they're not sure about that, every president has accepted their salary except me.
And you did accept the pension, correct?
I don't think so.
You didn't accept your pension?
I don't think I accepted anything. The president gets about $450,000 a year, and I didn't take it.
I want to ask you again about...
But by the way, I got no credit for that. That's okay.
Never got no credit for that. You don't even know if he's getting a pension. You don't care. He just want to do what's right. Only thing I don't agree with is Israel and the Jews. But everything else, man, I'm rocking with them. You know, I can't get perfection out of anybody. Can't get perfection out of anybody. But when it comes to being a president, being thorough, I got to give him respect. Just not with Israel.
Well, I am asking you about it for that reason.
Yeah.
And I think it's notable you're not going to accept a salary.
Yeah, I don't accept. I'm not. Yeah. I didn't, and I'm not going to.
You didn't accept the salary the first time. Come on, man. Come on, man.
I don't believe I got any credit for that, but I just feel it's...
And they never aired this. They never aired this. I think that lady worked for CNN. They never aired that. They never aired that. You know what I'm saying? Like, man, what? Y'all, none of y'all go to work for free. None of y'all go to work for free. Trump go to work for free every day to hear y'all bullshit. You know? Y'all call him a criminal. Oh, he did caught 30-something felony charge. Everybody loved Trump until he ran for president. That's why I always ask these people, what year did you start hating Trump? When was this? When were you compelled to hate Trump? Well, you're hating Trump when he was kicking it with Snoop Dogg, Nelly, going to G-Unit Radio, kicking it with Jesse Jackson. He funded Jesse Jackson, the first black man to run for president. He funded it. He was the backing. You niggas ain't back Jesse Jackson. Trump did. And, I mean, what year did he become a racist? And y'all already know my take on the Central Park 5. Them boys did that shit. I mean, they didn't do it, but they're responsible. If they could have got it up, they would have been raping them too. But again, he wasn't a president then. You know, Central Park 5, nah. We already broke them down to the molecule. If you want to know about the Central Park 5, you go over to Patreon and watch that series. How we broke down why those boys are responsible and why they got off. They are not innocent. Even the cops were black. So we're not gonna play that white supremacy shit. We watched their confessions, we watched everything. Stop it. We watched their confessions and we watched everything. Stop it. And the main culprit, y'all ended up making him what is he? He's a councilman in New York. What is it? Sharif or Shabazz or what is that guy's name? The tall black one. He was the main culprit. He was the one with the weapon when they was beating motherfuckers up in Central Park. And they don't talk about the man, the jogger, the man that was jogging. He was on a bike, I think, and they beat him half to death. It was almost attempted murder. So no, screw them. Trump said what he said. They need to go to jail. Cool. I don't give a fuck. You know how I feel about rapists. But he's going through all this BS for free. Now the latest thing right now is that they're trying to say that, we got this email, but Epstein was saying that Trump used to come around and there used to be young girls over there. Why do you think Trump kicked this clown out of his club? Because dude was coming to his club was hollering at his friends' daughters, trying to bring them to the island. He kicked out Epstein because he was a weirdo. Even Ghislaine Maxwell said that Trump ain't do nothing wrong. She never seen Trump be around doing anything inappropriate. He cut dude off. In fact, he dropped a dime on dude. When the feds was investigating him, Trump told the feds, y'all come by, I'll tell you everything you need to know about this dude. They over here reaching. Think about this. If Trump was implicated in this anyway, the Democrats had the Epstein files. The Epstein was I believe he hung himself during the Biden administration. They've had all of these Epstein tapes and all this shit and the Epstein files. Why they didn't release none of that during the election? That's the perfect time to discredit him. During the election. They're only bringing this BS up right now because of the midterms. Cara Young was Trump's ex-black supermodel girl. You know what I'm saying? So they're reaching with this BS right now. And to be truthful about it, I think that Trump is trying to hold back the files to save y'all favorite Democrats that y'all love. Barack Obama's probably implicated in this. Bill Clinton is definitely implicated in this. Bill Clinton is definitely implicated in this. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of prominent Democrats that's gonna get their feelings hurt if they release that shit. He was trying to spare y'all ass. But if y'all want to keep pushing, okay, cool. Okay, cool.
in emails that Trump knew of his conduct. Well, it turns out we have the emails now, and this is the best they had. They say in a couple days, a week, they're going to release it all. But the first thing they release is Epstein talking to the guy writing an anti-Trump book, Wolf. And it's, yeah, Trump was really mad. I was getting girls out of his club, and, you know, his wife was mad. Everybody else was mad at me. And so he dropped a dime on me. That's what the emails say. I'll show them to you. But when you read Drudge Report or watch CNN, it's, oh, Epstein emails claim Trump knew about the girls, spent hours with the victim. Well, yeah, they worked at Mar-a-Lago, and the victim said Trump never did anything to him, and the other victims.
Trump kicked this clown out of his club, as he should. Trump handled this shit just like when Cameron handled Adrian Broner. Adrian Broner was being inappropriate, you know what I'm saying, with his co-host. He kept warning him, kept being inappropriate, and what Cameron do? Kick him out, as you should. Denounced it and everything. What are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? You can't get, like, if somebody bring you into a bogus environment, only thing you can do is leave. And be like, dude, I don't rock with that dude. Y'all act like he trying to protect Epstein. He could give a fuck.
Said that, and out of the hundreds, only 2 were ever at Mar-a-Lago. But you read these headlines, you think he's totally guilty.
The only thing that I can say about President Trump is that he is the only person who, in 2009, when I served a lot of subpoenas on a lot of people, or at least gave notice to some pretty connected people that I wanted to talk to them, he is the only person who picked up the phone and said, let's just talk. I'll give you as much time as you want. I'll tell you what you need to know, and was very helpful in the information that he gave.
Cooperated with the FBI investigation. What are you talking about? He didn't say, talk to my lawyer, nothing like that, none of that. Come through, I'll give you as much time as you need. I'll tell you everything you need to know.
And gave no indication whatsoever that he was involved in anything untoward whatsoever, but had good information that checked out and that helped us, and that we didn't have to take a deposition of him.
That was in 2009?
That was in 2009. So, do you know?
Even the girl that they say he was around wrote a book, and she never implicated Trump. Ghislaine Maxwell went and testified. And this was during the Biden administration. Never mentioned Trump. Matter of fact, I'm sorry, when Trump was mentioned, she said that she never seen him do anything inappropriate. They are not highlighting this on CNN. They are not highlighting this on MSNBC. They are trying to implicate Trump because this dude said that he was around Trump a lot in this email that he was writing to a guy who was writing an anti-Trump book. Stop it, man.
I don't know if there's any truth to James Patterson.
When do we start believing the words of a pervert pedophile? Pervert. When did they start? Oh, I forgot, because I do remember. I do recall the manosphere giving a lot of credibility to men who have been convicted of raping of underage girls who have been served prison for it, who are on the sexual registry right now. I do see them in chat rooms with these people to this day. So I guess it's not that far-fetched for people to believe. If they hate somebody so much, I know people who hate me so much, they rather sit down and listen to a convicted sexual predator. I've seen that with my own eyes. The Mike Tyson fights was at Trump's palace. Not only that, when everybody turned their back on Mike Tyson, Trump was one of the only ones that support him because he knows that these bitches be lying. He knows that these bitches be lying.
Claims that Trump kicked Epstein out of Mar-a-Lago?
I've definitely heard that. Yeah. I definitely heard that, and I don't know that it was Trump himself as opposed to a manager there.
Trump's club, so
yeah,
people credit him.
I've heard the rumor that Epstein was kicked out of there for allegedly trying to pick up somebody's daughter or something like that. But
exactly. So the moment that Trump gets wind that Epstein is in his venue being a pervert weirdo trying to get at people's daughters, he immediately kicked him out and banned him and barred him from coming to any of his events. So how is he in cahoots with a man that he's kicking out and doesn't ever want to see again? What are you talking about?
I think I did chase that down as far as I could and never was able to confirm it, but I heard it.
And if you guys don't have Twitter, I advise you to get one because Twitter has a lot of information that's not common. I watch Alex Jones. Sometimes he has some wild conspiracy theories, but a lot of times he's accurate. And this guy right here, I'm going to be honest with you, he predicted 9/11. If you do the knowledge and you do the research, he predicted 9/11 was going to happen. Because he lives this shit. Like I live this shit when I break down these bras. I live this shit. I live this shit. I live this media shit for y'all. I aspire to be greater than this dude one day. I got nothing but respect for him. He lives this shit. He really lives this shit.
Because it's what happened.
Shout out to Alex Jones.
And they would have already used this stuff on him if they had it.
That's another thing. I've always said that. If this was true, why didn't the Democrats use this? They've already had the files. They've had the files. Before Kash Patel got into to be the head of the FBI, they had the files already. They could have, if they had anything to destroy Trump, they would have released it. They know they don't have nothing on Trump.
So it's an interesting story. It shows how the corporate media lies and spins. I think we already know they do that. Should I even do this? Should I show all the different lawyers for the victims saying they never saw Trump? Should I show how they're spinning?
Show it.
What really happened? Because Trump, with Ratcliffe, for Israel and the CIA, not just Mossad, are covering it up for national security because of how many big corporate leaders are involved. And it's not Trump. So I've said it. I'm not holding my nose on Trump. He's in there. He's way better than Kamala, but I'm going to cover this stuff. His administration is covering up the intel connections and the head of Harvard and all these other hedge fund people, most of them Democrats, almost all of them, because Trump has been convinced.
I said this months ago about when they kept trying to push this Epstein thing. Trump is trying to save y'all Democrats from this embarrassment. Y'all about to shoot yourself in the foot. The dude is dead. The victims don't want to be identified. This is about to create more damage for y'all than him. He's trying to save face. Y'all about to hate Barack Obama when y'all found out what he was in there doing, probably.
Too damaging to bring out. And then there's some back leverage on the bad guys.
I think Barack was doing it with boys, his leg crossing there. Him and his gay best friend, right? Because according to Barack, you gotta have a gay best friend.
Like the King of England and his brother to make them play ball. Well, it don't look like they're playing ball. Doesn't look like your blackmail worked too good because it's being used on you. And that's why Trump's so...
Then about all the foreign leaders and all the foreign relationships, this is going to create more of a mess.
Pissed. Which I said that's one of the things he might do is either brings it all out, damn the torpedoes go straight at him, justice be done by the heavens fall. That's what I'd do. Or he tries to manage it because, he don't want to bring down the whole country. Well, the cover-up is what's going to bring down the country.
I mean, at this point, let it go, man. Let all the fouls out and see how the Democrats react when they see some of their favorites. Some of the people they revere. When you see Bill Clinton, they got a picture of Bill Clinton. Epstein had a picture in one of his rooms in his house of Bill Clinton in a dress and heels. They say it was like a blue dress. I think I seen a picture of it. You know what I'm saying? Bill Clinton was a portrait in a dress on a bed in Epstein's house. Come on, man. Weirdos uniting, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. Come on, man. This is going to do more damage to the Democrats than anything.
So I already war gamed this. I hit it. Hole in one. And I guess I'll just go through it quickly. And maybe I'll do a longer report because I did so much preparation for this. It's hard to just kind of skim over it, which still my skimming over it will be the deepest dive anybody does on it, which is, again, super frustrating because I see all these idiots that don't know anything. And I'm not saying that from pleasure. I'm like, why do I know so much more than everybody? I have a really good memory. That's why. And this is what I do. Other people just see a trend, jump on it, kind of parrot it. They don't know what they're talking about. They're in mile wide and inch deep. They're all hat and no cattle. So it's on record that.
Yeah. Hold on. Let me show y'all what because y'all think I'm lying. I think I'm lying. I just found the portrait. Y'all think I'm lying. I'm telling y'all, man. They're going to embarrass themselves. If they keep this shit going, they're going to embarrass themselves. This is a good opportunity for the Democrats to fall back and shut the fuck up. Great opportunity. Great opportunity. This is the portrait of Epstein. This is the portrait. Since y'all want to sit here and, yeah, they got dirt on Trump. And, oh, okay. Okay, fool. Okay, fool. Explain this. Bill Clinton was a regular on Epstein Island. He got his own photo portrait painting. Legs crossed. Yeah. Told y'all, man. Cut it out. Watch out. Watch out. You're not going to hear none of these Democrats talk about that. Talk about that photo. What happened to the Coke? See, I ain't forgot. I got a great memory. What happened to the Coke? Hunter Biden's Coke? We ain't been bringing that up. What happened to the 8-ball of Coke found in the White House? You brought a crackhead. He cooks his own crack. I showed y'all how Hunter Biden sat down in an interview and told you how to cook crack. Showed you in a hotel with Hunter Biden weighing up the crack, smoking the crack in the shower with hookers. No charges being brought up. But you preoccupied with Trump? And y'all done brought a crackhead in the White House?
Epstein posted at least 2 teenage servers, waitresses, ice cream scoopers, just people running food vending tables, buffets, out of Mar-a-Lago. Trump got mad. Epstein kept doing it. Trump's wife got pissed. Trump's staff came to him. He kicked Epstein out of the club. This has been known for 15, 16, 17 years. I got all the articles, all the admissions, okay? Yeah, he knew Epstein. They did real estate stuff twice on record. It was in the local news. Epstein and Trump went and looked at properties.
I mean, he was cool until he wasn't. See, Trump handled it appropriately. Once you find out a person is a pervert and you got knowledge of that, you cut them off. Just like when I see dudes in the manosphere do wild stuff, I step back. I don't co-sign that BS. Once I found out certain dudes was sex offenders, I'm not going back and forth with them. And no, fuck that. I started seeing dudes doing rainbow activities. Oh no, screw that. I don't want my name associated with it at all. I spoke on it and I step away. Don't ask me about it again. Dudes be sex offenders and all types of craziness.
And they fought over who could buy this apartment complex, this house. So they had this falling out over him scooping girls out of the Mar-a-Lago. And they had this falling out over real estate deals, fighting with each other over houses. Because that's what Trump really does. He's obsessed with not baseball cards, pieces of property. And boy, was he right back then to be buying it all up. He went and bought Mar-a-Lago 40-something years ago when it was dead. Now it's the hottest real estate in the world, that whole area. So they're like, oh, and so the emails are like, oh, he was with Epstein. And you go, look, it's a house they were buying or whatever, you know. So
that's what I'm saying, man. You cool till you ain't cool no more. What are you talking about? They reaching, but they gonna find something that they don't want to find.
Oh, that Trump was fighting him to get. So Trump came out and said Democrats were trying to bring up the Jeffrey Epstein hoax. Now, see, you just say the Jeffrey Epstein's not a hoax. You mean the hoax that you're involved. See, he never does the subtlety because they'll do anything at all to deflect on how badly they've done on the shutdown. And so many other subjects. Only a very bad or stupid Republican would fall in the trap. The Democrats cost our country $1.5 trillion with their recent annex of viciously closing our country. All true. While at the same time, putting many at risk of plane crashes, you name it. And they should pay a fair price. There should be no deflections to Epstein or anything else, and any Republicans involved should be focused only on opening up our country and fixing mass damage caused by the Democrats. It should say, trying to connect me to Epstein, a very real case, is a hoax. But he did it again, folks. That's because he's not stupid. The CIA has gotten him to agree to cover it up. And that's wrong. Now, on the chain of guilt, he's down at the bottom now. But he wasn't involved before. Now he's in the compendium, and it's a big strike for me on Trump. He's the president.
See, Alex Jones, I don't know how he be getting them emails. He got some hellified sources, man. Hellified sources, man. You know, if mainstream media was to get behind him, man, he would need Secret Service protection. He would need Secret Service protection. Like I said, I always felt like Trump is trying to help these motherfuckers, believe it or not, from shooting themselves in the dick. Because once you start finding out some of your favorite Democratic heroes, especially Obama, is implicated in this Epstein thing, it's going to be a lot of feelings hurt. A lot of feelings hurt, man. You know what I'm saying? But again, all these problems right now starts from Biden. And the biggest problem that has the biggest trickle-down effect was these illegal immigrants and the invasion of the border and how much that cost the country. And we wouldn't have a shutdown. The biggest part of the shutdown that wasn't agreed upon was, hold on, we giving illegal immigrants who came over here illegally, broke the law to get here. We're going to give them health benefits? Are you crazy? And don't send them home? So don't deport them and keep them here and keep them fed and keep them healthy. What the hell is wrong with y'all? This don't even make no sense. It's like somebody breaking your house and you still feed them every night.
Criminal violation to enter the country illegally.
Listen to the stupidity of the Democratic woman. The stupidity.
It is not a criminal violation to enter the country illegally.
Now, didn't we just see Obama say that they broke the law breaking the law is a crime, which makes it criminal. When the hell, what year did Democrats get this stupid? I never knew that it was this stupid.
It is not a criminal violation to enter the country illegally. It's not a criminal. It's a crime. It's not a crime, which is why they're so frustrated, because they really want.
It's not a crime. Sneaking, breaking into, invading a country is not a crime. They're called illegal immigrants for a reason.
It is not a criminal violation to enter the country illegally. It's not a criminal. It's a crime. It's not a crime, which is why criminal violation to enter the criminal.
Fair. This is the stupidity we get with Democrats. That's the level of stupidity you get. I just don't understand them. I don't understand them. I don't.
It is not a criminal violation to enter the country illegally.
Come on, you have to hear the stupidity, because Barack Obama just told us that they are breaking our laws. That's the wording that he used.
It is not a criminal violation to enter the country illegally. It's not a criminal. It's a crime. It's not a crime, which is why they're so frustrated, because they really want our local law enforcement to go out and round up people when they could be looking out for the murderers and the sexual abusers, as well as the robbers.
They're trying to get them. And you know what happens when we get them? Democrats want to free them.
They want them to go and round people up on civil accusations. And so
yeah, they will encounter the police before they encounter the feds. The Democrats don't even want the police helping the government. This is stupid. When you have people like Pritzker and people like Brandon Johnson fighting against the government to keep illegals here, when they should be breaking out all the tools that they got to help get this shit over with. Democrats are idiots.
You're advocating for millions of illegals to be paid.
We got Nancy Pelosi to retire. I can't wait till we get rid of Maxine Waters. She has got to retire, man. Please, man. She has got to retire. I cannot stand this woman.
Ask you, it seems like you're advocating for millions of illegals to be paid, their health care be paid for by taxpayers. Is that wrong? Because your constituents are having to pay for the health insurance of millions of illegals brought in by Joe Biden. Do you condemn that? Is that not a problem?
Watch. She won't answer. The question is too real. They never answer real questions. If there was a question about Trump, she would be very boisterous. When you asking her some real shit like this, funding illegal immigrants, yeah, she ain't got nothing to say.
No? Come on, it's a pretty easy question. You can condemn it. You can say yes, I do support it. I mean, your lack of an answer. Oh yeah, call.
Now they want to call an officer. Officer.
The police on me for asking a congresswoman a question. That's exactly what you're doing. That's exactly what you're doing.
That's fine.
No, it's okay. So I mean, can I get a quick answer to that question?
I just don't know why California is not sick of her.
Quick answer to that question. Do you support illegals getting taxpayer-funded health care?
You're my hero.
Now she taking, you're my hero. This is why I don't mess with Democrats.
It's incredible. We pay these salaries. The taxpayers pay the salaries, and we can't even get an answer to the question. See, thank you. You tried, but it's not going to work. I'm going to continue to ask questions, bud.
Kumbaya ass Democrat. Hey, shout out to BJ. BJ said her staff sent me an email about helping illegal immigrants. I cursed them out in that email. Then he says, I haven't got an email since. I got to let y'all see this, man. Shout out to BJ, man. Shout out to BJ, man. That's funny. That's funny. I showed y'all that screenshot of me cursing out Kamala Harris and them people trying to get me to post about supporting her getting elected. I lit them up. I lit her up. I lit her up. Shout out to Fudge, man, with the comment. You say, Jap, I've been sick of her. She caps for illegals and gay shit. That's what all Democrats do. Dumb shit. Nothing practical.
Dude, you tried to call the police. What are you talking about? Just exactly, you lost. It didn't work. All right, let's do a little bit of an easier one here at this point. How about condemning the violent riots in Los Angeles? Are you willing to do that at least? I mean, come on. We're talking about people that were setting buildings and cars on fire. Assault.
You won't answer no real questions. They never do. It's just so obvious that these people do not have the interest of the Americans in they don't have the interest of the American people. They only hate Trump. This is a personal thing about Trump because he was not one of their friends. You know what I'm saying? He came in, did it his way. He's ruffling things up, he's shaking things up, and he's exposing them. Except for that Israel shit.
ICE agents. Can we do that? Can we do that?
She needs to retire, man. We got to get her out of here.
Don't say anything.
All right, condemning. Yeah, don't say anything. Don't say anything. You're right. That's probably not a good idea. Okay, all right. So not gonna condemn the violent riots in Los Angeles. This is amazing. This is the Democrat Party.
Exactly. They are embarrassing. They don't stand on nothing. You cannot ask a Democrat anything that makes sense. They won't condemn none of that BS. They say
care for illegal aliens.
She still won't answer the question.
Aren't Democrats demanding health care for illegal aliens?
Democrats are demanding health care for everybody. We want to save lives. We want to make sure that health care
It could have been just a quick yes.
Is available to those who would die, but having the help of their government.
So you're good with the government shutdown, even if it means giving health care to people who aren't American citizens?
Well, that's what you're pushing on.
Yes, because that is the part that doesn't make sense.
You're trying to do is you're standing here and you're trying to make me say that somehow we're going to put non-citizens over Americans. Quit it. Stop it. This is the kind of journalism we don't need.
No, I'm just asking.
Are you going to do it or not? Are you for it or not?
Divisive. No, you're not.
Yeah, no,
you're being divisive. No, please. You don't need to ask that question. You're just trying to get controversy here. You're not going to get it from me. We want to save health care for all people. Thank you.
Thank you.
Terrible, man. Terrible, man. Terrible, man. And I'm gonna tell you the type of people they've been releasing, man. You have got to really do a deep dive and dig into what is going on in these prisons. The type of prisons and the type of prisoners that these countries release, like El Salvador, you know what I'm saying? Nicaragua. The type of prisons that they were releasing, the type of prisoners that they were releasing into this country, and what they were going through and why they are so violent. Have you ever seen the El Salvadorian prison? People talk about our prison system like this is El Salvador. These are the people that was getting let go to come to America. makes our prisons look like Disneyland. Shout out to my brother EV in the building, man. Miriam been looking for you, bro. Miriam been looking for you, church. They letting these dudes come into our country and they be wondering why, you know what I'm saying, people getting raped and kidnapped and sex trafficked. Come on, man. They survive in these type of jails. You think they give a shit about our jails? That's nothing. That's our jails are Disneyland. They got to walk with their head down at all times, and they can't even look at the guards. I've watched some documentaries on the world's dangerous prisons and stuff like that. South America got terrible prisons. I was like, man, you going out to these countries, man, hey, walk away. Don't be out here fighting or do anything, you know. You do not want to get locked up out there, man. That's how you walk in a prison. Head down, fam. Head down. Head down, man. Yeah, man, you want to see a bogus prison? Look up Haiti. Look up the Haitian prison. It is a nightmare. It is a nightmare. This is at least clean. Haiti's prison is a nightmare. Our prisoners ain't sitting like this. They make our prisons look like a resort. It look like a true rehabilitation center. Y'all have my pervert broski. Y'all show my pervert broski some love. He got up off of Kendra G to do this show. Hey, church, you see that video I sent you about that Chicago German Shepherd? Man, I've been getting a lot of videos. Did you send it to me on Instagram or Facebook? I'm gonna look. I check Instagram or Facebook. I know you usually email me on those. I might have. Shout out to EV for the 10. I might have, bro. Yeah, bro. I'd rather go to American prison any day. It was on IG. Let me check the IG because I think I know what you're talking about. Haiti's prison is bogus, bro. They don't have beds. They just packed. You just gotta find somewhere to sleep. It's like, it is bogus, man. It's like Amistad, man. It's like Amistad, man. It is disgusting, man. You want to see something crazy about the slave trade? You guys got some free time today? It's a movie that was banned in the US. It was only shown in the UK, and it's a very harsh movie about slavery. And you get to see how hardcore slavery was. This is why the Jews ain't gonna tell you about this. You get to see. I don't even know how they filmed this because it was just that horrible, and it looks real, like it's really happening. They holding up babies, smacking the babies, and auctioning off babies. They got babies in jars and body parts in jars. They show them on a slave ship. They stuffing their butts with, I want to say like hay or whatever, because like they're on a ship and they're stacked up like this and they're shitting and pissing on each other and shit like that. Then they get off the ship. If they survive it, they throw them in a tub of bleach and scrub them with brushes and shit like this. It's called Goodbye, Uncle Tom. It is one of the harshest movies you will ever see. It's called Goodbye, Uncle Tom. They shave their heads. You see in the blood. It is crazy. Goodbye, Uncle Tom, man. If you ever get a chance to watch that, man, that shit'll give you nightmares. It's available on YouTube. It's on YouTube, but it was banned for years. It was banned from Blockbuster. This is an old movie. And, you know, if I streamed it, they're going to flag me down. Even if it's already on YouTube, they're going to flag me down from my commentary on it. That movie is disturbing, man. That is the true Black Holocaust depicted. That is the true Black Holocaust depicted. You see Black people on the auction block, everything. It is, and I think it's probably like 2 to 3 hours long. Fam, it is disturbing. While the Jews only talk about their atrocity, you get to really see that. You get to really see how slavery went down, man. It is absolutely disturbing, bro. It's going to make you appreciate being FBA because you're going to see what we survived. I've never seen no Jewish scholar want to break that down, though. They only want to talk about the Holocaust, but no. Black people had it bad too, bro. Black people had it real bad too, man. Goodbye, Uncle Tom. If you get a chance, look that up. Goodbye, Uncle Tom. Very accurate and very disturbing. Graphic. It's graphic. Very graphic, fam. Brace yourself. But yeah, man, shout out to Trump, man. They going crazy. They going hard. Pause, no rainbow on these illegals. I saw this one video, man. This was crazy, man. It only made me think of one thing. So the breeding barn scene was crazy. Fam, woo! Them holding up the naked babies and the nigga babies and shit. I was like, yo. The ride on the ship, them just throwing bodies off the ship. Just throwing bodies off. It's just, man, man, I don't think I can watch that today. Especially that ship ride. That was just so disgusting. It's 2 hours. That was some disgusting shit, bro. That was bogus, man. It was wild, bro. Y'all get a chance, watch that. I'll put you on, man. I'm telling you. You get to see when these people be talking about y'all ain't been through nothing. They disrespecting those ancestors that survived that. To come here, couldn't leave and go back home, had to make it work here. That shit is raw, real, uncut. You see how white people really felt about our black asses. You wear your FBA heritage with pride after watching that. You know what I'm saying? But when I saw this, man, only thing I could think about with watching this video, man, of this dude getting apprehended, man, is Coming to America when Buddy fell down the stairs when the rent was due. He said, "Your rent is due, motherfucker. And no more of that falling down the stairs shit. You conscious?" This nigga had a seizure getting apprehended by ICE. I don't believe he had a seizure, man. But
I'm not touching the car. Leave me alone. Look what they're doing. Stop. That's fine. Back up.
People be trying to use their kids as shields to not get apprehended. Man, you're getting apprehended.
This is my wife. She's having a seizure. They're trying to rip the baby out of her hand. She's having a seizure. Back up.
Fitchburg, Massachusetts. This is what's going on this morning. Stop yelling at her. Stop yelling at her because you feel insecure.
See, that's how American citizens get detained. Doing too much. Nothing you put on your camera phone is going to save this man from getting detained. They're going to take him to the hospital. After he's cleared, he's getting detained. He's going to the ICE. He's getting deported. But all I could think about when I saw that was like, you conscious mother. Yo, rich dude. All right, man. I appreciate you rocking with me this morning. I appreciate everybody supporting this show, everybody who's sponsored, everybody who hit that like button, everybody who hit that super chat. Make sure y'all sharing this. Get the message out here, man. We the realest, livest, littest podcast, period. Shadow Band Shorty. I'm gonna see y'all in a few. We coming right back. We coming right back. It's Thursday, man. Shout out to all y'all ladies, man. Y'all got y'all EBT, man. Make your boys something to eat. I'll see y'all in a few, man. Let's go. Church, check in. It's your boy, Minister Jap. Listen, I know y'all been looking for me, but at the bottom of this video, in the description section, you'll see where it says follow me. You can follow me on all social media platforms. You know, make sure you click the links in the description so you can get in touch with me and get in tune with everything I post at all times. You never know, the haters might try to take us down. Also, make sure you're following my backup channel, Minister Jap Church Media. Follow the channel now. We are not going nowhere. We're here to stay. Make sure y'all paying attention. Church on the move. Peace.
Minister Jap, I'm talking to you, nigga. Yeah, I got a kid. I got 2 daughters and a son. Yeah, man.
Black women are bad mothers.
And that's why you having a baby by the motherfuckers you had a baby with is your fault. That's why you being a single mother is your fucking fault. That's why being a baby daddy ass nigga is your fault.
Live from the church.
Church, check in.
It's Minister Jap.
Black women, they're some of the most worst bitches on with money, but yet they're still taking trips and they look fly doing it. They are the flyest, broken bitches you're gonna ever deal with.
On Minister Jap TV.
Church, check in, man. Church, check in.